Hold on.
Juan! Hold on again.
Wait, I forgot how to operate my phone.
Silent.
Yeah. How do okay, there it is.
Man, I be turning mine off. Like, you know, when you get to church, you just turn your phone off.
He don't.
He don't. I turn it. He's like right in the middle.
I'm good.
Good?
Oh, good.
Hell yeah.
He's like right at the beginning, the pastor's saying something.
Oh, Juan, be like, hold on. I turn my phone off.
Have you guys seen that one stand-up comedy? I think it was like Dave Chappelle or something like that. And the guy had his phone just started ringing. And he's like, everyone quiet down. It's all right. You can go over there. It's like, are we still in middle school, guys? What if it was like his mama dying or something? And he just starts laughing. I was like, that's
it
cold.
Wasn't, for sure. It wasn't. I think I've seen a couple clips where people answer the phone in a comedy show and they get roasted.
Yeah,
they get roasted.
Have you guys been to a comedy show lately?
Yeah.
So I'd be sitting there right in the front seat. Just, they be talking so much shit and I'd be laughing my ass off. Mostly not even at me, it's at the guy right next to me.
That's what comedy's supposed to be about. I mean, you're clean cut, so you don't really got too much to make fun of other than black guy in the country persona.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, you're clean cut. They want to get the person who's going to give them material or the person who's going to feed into their material.
Well, they're doing crowd work.
Yeah.
They're trying to pull people from the crowd.
Yeah, I used to help with Nate Jackson's super funny comedy show.
I know, he was just on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I know. He's hilarious.
Okay.
One of the things he does is with his crowd work, he takes whatever the crowd person gives him and then he manifests it into his material.
That's some fast thinking though.
Right, yeah. It's creative. It's the same thing you doing. It's the same thing you doing in the cage or in the ring. It's like, all right, well, you know, I have a general game plan, but I don't really know what their game plan is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm guessing what their game plan is, and then they give me something, or they adjust in the middle of the round, and then now I have to shoot on the fly.
Then I guess that all breaks down to the time spent onto it to be able to see or analyze. All right, he's gonna throw a jab. That's gonna come up next. So has he worked?
Well, that's the material. Yeah. This is why the stand-up comedians, they be hitting these backyard joints and they be working their material on different crowds, right? Because sometimes your black jokes don't work. And
it might not work in Utah,
right? Or the parlor. You can do jokes at Tacoma Comedy Club because you'll have a diverse denomination. But you go up to the parlor in Bellevue, and it flatlines, or it's kind of dead. It's got a different group.
Yeah, you just got to fill your crowd too.
Yeah, I feel that.
Before we go too much further, let's do the introduction. So. God, Johnson, go ahead and fill everybody else in that don't know you.
I mean, who doesn't know me? I mean, I don't have the cowboy hat right now.
Hopefully a lot of people, but they get to know you.
Hopefully. Well, I'm Johnson Nasona, and I'm excited to be here on the podcast with Juan Jackson.
Let's go!
Oh, by the way, my ribs still hurt, and I'm holding that grudge forever, but ultimately...
Don't worry, Juan holds grudges
forever. Why my ribs hurt? Yeah. So he got his ribs hurt prior. A couple weeks before he got... He was thinking about it, and he came in, and he passed it on down to me.
You really think that I carried on my fight traumas and just dumped them in your lap?
You probably weren't thinking about it.
I know you. I'm jumping here. I hear you one about Taki kicking you in the face.
Oh, I remember.
See, if he knows the story, then he knows you bring it with you.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Well, I mean, that's an emotional scar. I don't like getting kicked in the face.
Yeah, on Thursday I had a little bit of that. I was like, no, I'm bringing out the old. I'm fighting forward.
That's my boundary.
I'm gonna have a little trauma session release today.
Hey, well, we got our little sister that tries to kick me in the face all the time.
Which one?
Deanna. She tries to kick.
She
tries to kick me in the face all the time, and I'm always like,
got something for you. Yeah, she don't like getting hit in the face that much.
No, nobody does.
That's true. And so it's kind of our job to try to not get hit.
Yeah.
And minimize, at least.
I'm just here to remind you, Nasona, that I did not intentionally bear my traumas on you. I was just there to get you ready.
He's only saying that because we're on camera, guys.
Hey, let it go. Let it go.
Nah, it's all fun and games stuff.
You guys are both still fighting, so you got to have something.
Oh yeah, you go first.
I mean, what?
No, I was just saying that.
Anything
you both
coming
still
up?
fighters.
Or,
I ain't got nothing coming up. I feel like I do anyways. It's like, we were talking prior, you get 3 contracts or they tell you that they got somebody and then you sit there like, I'm actually, in the past you get so excited and then everything's it's just a letdown.
Yeah,
That very end of it.
emotional dump.
It's emotional damage.
It's the worst.
And now for me, in guiding my professional career is like, hey, if you have prospects for competition, awesome, right? But like I have people from Canada, from New York, from California, from Oregon, all hitting me up at the same time with prospects. And it's like, well, I'm not emotionally investing in one thing until I get some paperwork.
Yeah.
So, if you have an opponent, if you have a way, if you have a venue, an event, that's awesome. Give me a contract. So that way I can start getting my plans in place. And so I feel like a lot of times, some as our undeveloped pros or unprofessional or unhighlights come and they just want to toss you a contract like within 2 weeks,
So like
30 days. Yeah. No. Hey, give me a prep. Give me a prep time.
That's not enough.
Yeah.
Let's try to figure out the money aspect first. Come on.
Or even if you don't got the money, you have the contract ready. So now I'm not busting my ass because a lot of times this is part-time or full-time work for us.
Yeah.
I'm not busting my ass for something that's not going to happen. And in the contract, I have you right. Like, all right, hey, if it falls through on your account,
I still get paid.
And that's why they fight so hard to get fights. I just had Eddie Blackburn on yesterday. He's promoter for the WFC fight. And we were just talking about that. Like, always putting on... he's just teasing me saying there's the Zach curse because he had Jordy Edwards and Mihaela Kaler. They were going to fight. And then, so they both did the podcast on Zoom. And then the fight ended up dropping out. So Eddie was teasing me about that. But, yeah, But, when outside of like the first few fights, outside of like those first few Emmys, once you hit that higher level, fights fucking drop. I say at least as many fights drop, if not more, than I have actually fought. So
I'm surprised I haven't had that many fights drop out.
I've had
yourself lucky.
I've had some really good matches drop. I've had some really good matches drop, unfortunately, and some good opportunities drop, unfortunately. But the thing is like, all right, well, I'm glad that it's never on my account. Yeah, I've had to drop a fight.
Well, and I always consider the camp at play, and Crew Jones, who I mention all the time, is really good at kind of just deciphering. It's like, this is a good camp. This is what happened. I take their word for it.
Yeah.
Versus, we've just recently talked about this, but one of the fights that I was supposed to have, like, an entire team didn't show up, and it was a total of 3 fighters because they had something better to do that day. And he was just like, that's actually a really good team, but he's like, which is kind of out of character, which hasn't happened since. But we had we've had a few opponents since then fight their team, do very well. So I feel like we got that one back a little bit, but I was still really bitter. But like, to not show up the day of. Like,
and the whole team too, though.
Whole team, 3 of them. Well, they had like some sort of tournament or something.
That's kind of like a shame. That is a.
You should be ashamed
of that guy.
You don't double commit or like just not show up. Like
right.
Did you get a phone call or a message?
No, I was walking in with the gear.
Well, you
didn't even get a
right
text.
after Crew Jones, and he's just like, they're not going to show.
When it's day of.
Oh, I would walked into the venue ready to fight.
know.
Crew Jones is like, they're not going to be here.
You know, when it's day of, you know.
I'm like, well, time to go get a milkshage.
Y'all knew y'all wasn't
That's what happened. I was like, who's buying my drinks?
Y'all knew y'all wasn't gonna make it tonight.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
Cause I came weighed in when
But that's amateur wise, you can make mistakes like that, right? Or not, I won't say mistakes, but you can make choices like that.
Right. Well,
in professional, that's all of your opportunities in the future.
Right. Well, the image that you create for yourself is huge.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, yes, you can make mistakes as an amateur, but it only takes one time to really fucking something up the wrong way before you have that fucking mark. You know what I mean?
I mean, as an amateur itself, it's like you're creating that image of you. So then when you turn pro, like, I remember you was an amateur. You was there, you made weight, you were respectful, you beat the crap out of your opponent, you walked out happy, everybody loved you.
Yeah. And you got opportunities.
Like an overall positive experience, like no real outstanding negatives. That's always huge. Yeah, but like we always have that as our team as well, and that's a point that we coach from day one. Always be respectful. Think about like when we drop people, I always hear you respect. I always
He be putting that emphasis in the back.
This motherfucker's not even in the corner, but he's just like, I can hear Juan throw this and I can do that. And I'm like, yes. Like sometimes we don't have to have you in the corner because your voice carries, but I love it because I don't know if it was Jagger or somebody at the smoker or at his fight.
Nate.
Was it Nate? Said he heard you. Somebody said they heard Juan. I was like, yes.
But I mean, you gonna hear me.
That's what I'm saying. Hear your coaches though, because if you weren't one of their coaches and somebody hear you yell some shit, you don't know any better.
Yeah,
You're just some
and there's
guy.
there's tons of voices.
That's
I was gonna say when you guys are fighting, right, and you have your coaches, because I remember in wrestling and also now I can like decipher and I can shut out people. I can shut the whole entire crowd out.
Yep.
And I've had a couple fights where I shut the crowd out and I open it and I start laughing and I start seeing the crowd and like talking with them and I shut it back off to hear what
you hear what my coach is saying. All right, back to business.
Did you hear me? No, I said drop for a second.
That breaking focus. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
At my fight with Malik, I had my one of my good friends and also his wife there, right? And they're sitting ringside. When I was down on the ground, his wife was freaking out. So my buddy's name is Peter.
You talked about
it, right? I stopped mid fight. I looked over at her. It's okay, I'm fine.
I'm good.
You said this on the last show. Yeah. That's so dope.
This isn't funny.
He's well aware of what.
Yeah.
I mean, I think those moments itself just makes you enjoy what you're doing. It just shows that.
And you're operating in such a level of confidence that you can check back into your humor and your personality.
It comes out
within the fight, you know. Yeah.
I mean, that's the authenticity of it overall.
That's dope.
Yep, I love the authenticity of the sport, man. Like, there's no space for any fakeness.
And you can sometimes you can't see it, but it pops out real quick.
Well, they get weeded out. Yeah. I mean, they'll show up, but you know, most of the time, like, give them a little bit of time. That's why I don't like putting people in too quick. Crew Jones and you love. So
figure it out. Damn.
I just don't like it at the smoker because then you get people because like then you get people thinking it's a free pass. Like, oh, we can just jump right in. This ain't street beef. No disrespect.
Yeah.
But that's why, like, there was one young man that was just recently asking Crew Jones, and he's like, I think he's good. Like, we'll get him enough time. And then he looks over at me, and I was like, are you gonna be here? Are you going to be dedicated? Are you going to be here 4 or 5 times a week for pads for us? Because you're not ready. He's like, he's down.
Oh, you mean for actual competitions?
For actual competition. Well, smoker.
Okay,
Beginner smoker.
Competition.
But it's a safe competition.
Yeah.
It's not the same as going into a fight or even a heavy smoker or exhibition. It's beginner level. Hey, we're just working, and the ref will step in and call it if it's too much.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like putting people in there too early, or like I talked about this on with the JoJo's podcast, and he was like, I feel a level of accountability. Now, if I know this person is not prepared, even if it's a safer environment, I know they're not prepared. I know they're going to go in there and take extra damage. Those hits count. I don't want to see somebody take extra damage. And I feel like if they do, or the worst happens, and I didn't speak up, or I didn't do the right thing, then that can fall on my shoulders. And I know the kind of person I am, I'm going to feel guilty about that. Like, yo, I didn't do everything I could to either help you grow or help protect you. Same thing as like when somebody doesn't show up for a fight camp. Like, I'll give them to, what is it, like last 2-3 weeks if I know they're like kind of consistent. But you know how many people go, 2 weeks, like 4 weeks out, they take 2 weeks off. You don't see
Put them in the gauntlet when they get back.
That's exactly
Put them in the gauntlet.
That's how I feel
if I
too.
don't
want in there.
But then I'll go back and be like, if I didn't see you tonight, like that 2 week mark, I was going to pull you at the end of class.
Yeah. I feel, in a way, if I don't see the work, I don't promote. Right? And
Exactly.
you know, like how you guys come, you're like, hey, is he ready? I'm like, nope.
100%.
Nope.
I have no problem being the bad guy either.
And
Is that really being the bad guy?
I tell the whole class.
To the people that get told no, the people that are sensitive.
I tell the
Some
whole
people
class,
get told no, and they're like,
are you
never
running?
see him again.
Yeah, are you doing your
gym?
conditioning? Are you running? Are you putting in your extra work? No? All right, well then.
Or the ones that are
run through our
liars.
sparring day. Run through
or
our
the ones
sparring
that
day.
you know, the ones that you know are liars. I'm not going to talk about the kid's name. I don't even know it actually. But he came in, young kid, and I'm like, okay, have you ever trained before at like a gym? He's like, yeah. And he's like 15.
How enthusiastic was he when he said yeah?
He's like, yeah. His mom
what
is
I'm
sitting
doing.
from me to you while I'm asking him this. I'm like,
His mom is in him?
his mom is sitting on the bench by the door,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm on the mat right by the desk. I'm like, do you have fight experience? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, I just kind of glance over at the mom. I'm like, okay, go ahead and go back. And he's like, doing all this stuff, and I'm like, why the fuck are you gonna lie to me? I'm gonna know in the first
It's
like,
okay.
10 seconds.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The sparring day is Tuesday.
Yep. And if I'm teaching the class, which I was,
Yeah.
that's where I'm like, that's the first test. Is just like, but then you get the people that want to show up
Yeah.
to spar, want to swing hard,
Come
and it's
on.
like, well, it takes our guys that are trying to be careful. Takes them a beat to fucking catch up, but then you get to the guys in the ring,
Right.
And we're gonna.
This is
I take him right up. That
this
one
is-
guy,
this is
I
the
just
premise.
watched it. And I was like,
Yeah.
you can't go with them. Come on there.
Right.
Step in
Well,
my
this-
office.
This is the
That's where it
premise
comes to
of
us.
having different levels in your gym. Is one, sparring is for everyone. Sparring is for everyone, right? Same thing with like if you imagine self-defense. Self-defense is for everybody. So in a normal gym, there should be a play level and there should be a competitive level, right? So if you're coming to spar, you're coming to work your technique. That's what everybody's here for. Now, competitors, you say you want to be a competitor.
Yep.
You see
different
them-
level.
We'll figure it out.
You see them boys over there, boys, girls. You see those,
They're the ones that don't
the
count
ones
the
that making all the
cost.
noise. The one that wow, wow, with all the energy. You go
Oh,
ahead,
man.
go there with them. They may be nice. They may not.
No, this just
Depends how hard you hit him.
But to your point, they see that and they kind of want to be that. They don't.
Right.
They
They
don't
gotta be
realize.
honest
And
with
so
themselves, though.
that's kind of how I was.
Especially like
That's how I
within 10
was.
feet, it's not on TV anymore. It's immediately in front of you.
Yeah.
And be like, I can be that. I want to be that. And then they get in there and they're like, oh fuck, this is what it takes.
Especially if you go to a competitive, spirited gym.
Which is what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're not talking about 9 rounds. No disrespect.
Yeah.
But like, we're not going.
But if you're going to a hobbyist place, you're not gonna find that.
Yeah.
And you'll think you got it,
oh, and you're gonna find out the hard way when you don't.
and then you go visit somewhere where they really have a fire in their building. That's how much smoke there is.
I mean, I think the other aspect is like you look at them and we're just smiling and doing it at the same time.
Yeah,
So
like,
like,
oh, they're
having
nice.
fun. We are, but
I'm literally showing up to battle every time y'all spar.
But I always say that comes from the higher level guys. The guys that are like a little bit not smiley or a little scared, a little insecure. Those are lower level. You could feel when you're experienced. You can tell pretty quick.
I appreciate that aspect when I'm structuring or teaching my sparring class is also for my higher level guys to take control of their sparring rounds.
You have
and
to.
so if I have got a newer or a spirited beginner, right? The same when you're dealing with the idea of jiu-jitsu too. And people say, oh, I don't want to roll with a white belt.
Why not?
Why?
You get to learn
You
so
are
much.
literally chokeholding your growth by not being able to contain the fire, right? In sparring, higher levels or people with technical knowledge, are you able to control your opponent and do things in sparring that you should be doing?
Which starts with controlling yourself.
Yep, there we go. So don't be coming up saying, oh, hitting me hard, and then be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go so hard.
And that's what I say. It's like so that's the beginner. That's the beginner, though. We have a lot of that at our gym. We have to constantly reinforce that. That's why we're laughing, is because you get so many of these guys that their response, they don't understand that it's not controlled.
Yeah.
They're just responding. And so, like, I love it. Like when I was talking about Cam or Kaz, one of the twins, caught me with a hook, and I'm like, all right. And he's like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
too late now.
Or like Everett.
Open the seal, baby.
Where you go? That's not no canned goods no more. Everett was always like, can we not do elbows? So I'm like, yeah, we're good. Because after the day I sparred Mike and got Mike pretty good, no disrespect to Mike, but like it was just one of those rounds where the elbow just came out.
Contact.
And Everett's like, ever since then, he's like, can we not do elbows? So I'm like, I appreciate you asking me that, because Everett will crack me and I'll be like, I'm like, when have you not been hit?
Yeah.
Like, just because you score a jab or a kick on a higher level guy does not mean shit. No. And they're like, bro, I've
they get to go home. They're like, finally got it.
And I think the instructor in me would probably be like, well, if you don't want me to, if I have elbow pads on, if I have the protective gear on,
then I'm throwing those.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't want me to utilize that technique,
Ask.
Speak up.
not even just speak up, but articulate why. Because I need a damn good reason. I need a damn good reason. Like, man, you got an injury or something? But if you don't give me a good reason, all technique is on the table.
Just like when we have our rounds. We're 2 of the 4 coaches in our gym. Yeah. Ash, 5 with Ash.
Yeah.
Which is on the
table.
It's on the table. Anyway, I'll even come to you and be like, yo, I'm not trying to get hit in the head super hard today. Like, I know I'm still working on this defense, working on that. Like, just work everything, but don't. When you see, if you see an opportunity to take my head off, please don't.
Light me off.
You know what I mean? And that's always like the respect back and forth. But we'll reciprocate that. Like if you're like, bro, my ankle's fucked, I'm like, all right, just boxing, or like switch stance or something. Because remember, your ankle was jacked for a long time, or your elbow. And so I always encourage that. Like, talk to your sparring partner. Like if you're a beginner, and be like, oh, I got a cut right here, so I got the headgear on. Like Carlos had something wrong with his eye, wearing headgear. Like, yo, he's got something wrong with his eye. Yeah, light up the body.
I mean, I always
it's like
light
also
up the body.
giving it extra permission.
Like, bro, I light up the body and I touch your head until you hit me hard in the head. Then it's on. But other than that, it's body all day.
I rock the body. I'm like, and I just I won't punish the body, but I will.
You'll take your opportunity. I've watched you drop all levels for that fucking body shot. All levels.
How could I?
Jones, I always tell the story about when you busted his rib and he had to go like old school fighter.
Yeah.
I'm not quitting. And he's like in tears, in pain, and then he goes on a rampage and like beats up everything. And I'm like, why? Bro, you either have a cracked rib or some torn cartilage. And he's just like, oh no. Like, this ain't happening. And it was by you, and it's like, you kind of got to...
You set us all up for failure.
But it was like, Crew Jones, like, you're like almost 50. You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
And he took in that, like, self-pride, Like, oh no, we're not doing that.
So,
today.
you know, and
sometimes you gotta let that out.
Sometimes you gotta remember who you are.
Who you are.
Remember who you are.
But no, it's true. So I was getting a little bit on Thursday. It was like, all right, because I'd been noticing my stance change ever since I've been holding so much pads, like on the back foot a lot more. And I'm like, fuck, where's my mobility? Mm-hmm. Started switching things back up to a little bit more on the front foot, and it's right back. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, boom. It's just making small adjustments like we talk about. But
yeah.
I was like, all right, it's working pretty good today. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Not like cracking people, but I'm controlling it like you said.
Flowing good.
Well, and depending on who it is, I'm starting with footwork and distance. And then I'm gonna keep you at that distance if I can. When you get in, I'm gonna start working. I always say, if you enter the pocket against a fighter or somebody that's better than you, fucking be careful. You better be like better defense. So you'll see the hands are down in the pocket. Like, what are you doing?
I teleport right behind them, back and front. Come get them. They throw. I'm right behind.
Hey, but you know, you guys. When I was telling somebody, because I've known you for a long time.
It's been a long
time, right? From pups to monsters. And one of the things that for like my training attitude and my fight attitude that I got when I first started and I was being introduced to you is understanding a concept of athleticism, right? And you have an athleticism that is fucking peak. And part of that is your mentality in responding, in being active and setting the trigger. And so even now when I'm doing things for myself or I'm teaching other people, that is one of the attributes that I hone in on fighters is like, hey, you have to have a spirit or just a intellectual capacity of getting to the mark, getting to the point, and then practice your capability of being able to do that.
I feel like it all starts with just understanding you're happy. Like I always tell people when I step in the cage or when I'm training, it's like Happy Gilmore, find your happy place. Because once you're fully centered, that's when you're able to kind of hone in on that aspect of it. Because now you're no longer in your head or channeling this thing. But I mean,
you have the level of experience to understand that.
Yeah.
I always look at the beginner, and so like trying to invite people into the environment, getting them to understand, like you, back to your point, the athleticism that it requires, because a lot of people are going to look at you and be like, oh wow, or however it is, and be like, wow, I need that is a mark, that's a standard that I need to be at. Now circling back around, remember a year and a half, 2 years ago, it was pretty chunky, coming off some handful of, that's good. No, that's that. But coming off all those injuries, finally getting those healed up and taking the time, like as you're getting back into things, like all the small injuries that come up. But setting that benchmark back for myself to get back to that athletic point. As a coach, being seen by that, not willing to be the guy that's like, he's injured, he's hurt, whatever, so he can just be out of shape. No.
It's just doing the talking, just doing the,
and that's
that personal trainer that's trying to
do what I say, do what I say.
Well, which is hard because I do have the experience.
Yeah.
And just because I was not in shape at that point, you see the ones that enter the space at that point looking at you in a certain way, and that first impression means a lot. Now, when I'm coming back out of all this stuff, back to like the athletic point, back to good sparring, all these, and taking the time to grow back into that, rather than just trying to force it and try to rush through in things, continuing certain injuries, things like that, because you know how bad my back's been.
Right. And that's something that, as someone who knows you, I can approach you in that manner.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
And be received. And sometimes we gotta have mentors and stuff who can show or point out things that are, you know, lapsing in your routine or lapsing in your practices. And so I tell people all the time, like, hey, if you fat, you fat.
Yeah. But
you know, if you need more fitness,
yes,
you need more fitness. If if the reason why you're sucking in sparring is because your cardio,
It's on you.
you need to run before training.
Well, and what was always the motto for the fight team? Cardio, not cardio first, but cardio has to be there if you're going to fight.
Yeah.
When we say cardio first, it's because you should have already taken the time to develop your technique. You know what I mean?
Cardio is something you can do on your own, anytime, anywhere.
And
I've always
should
thought
be
cardio is a
done.
personal thing.
It
Like
is.
it's on you.
Breaking your own barriers.
Yeah.
It's on you. Yeah, your coach can give you technique. Your coach can rally you from getting bopped. Your coach can prep and organize your whole fight. And, you know, shouts out to all the female coaches out there that I know. Something I received from them is they do a great job of planning and prepping for competitions. And so, you know, I appreciate that, and so now that's kind of like helped me in creating a norm for planning and prepping competition.
My notebook is right there. Big
Right,
fucker.
exactly.
It takes time. If you're not prepping your workout, planning your workout, it's a
wing
piss
it.
poor
That's
plan.
just
wing it.
and that's just a piece, but the work is yours to do.
What, to your point, is coach's job is to inspire. It's your job to do the work.
Yeah, the work is yours to
I
do.
can teach you everything, but to have the drive, that's from in here.
And people are like, yeah, I want to go to this gym. I want to go to this gym. I want to go. It don't matter.
this on Instagram.
It don't matter if you go. It don't matter if you go to every gym in Thailand. If you go with a lackluster attitude, if you go with shit poor work ethic, you gonna be trash.
And I want to say this again, furthering your point. When you don't have the basics and you're looking at, I want to be high level, I mean basics like footwork. If you're like, because when we do Muay Thai, you're doing the slow march, and it's ineffective during sparring, that right there, like, I don't give a fuck what gym you go to. Like, that needs to be fixed. Not only that, if you go to any fucking gym outside of ours, I'm going to be ashamed of you. Be like, yo, no. Like,
I don't know that guy.
No, I'll tell him but I'm direct, honest. Tell me, bro, you know me day in and day out.
Yeah, we're pretty
I'm direct and I'm honest. I'm gonna be like, no, like, yes, like, he's from our gym, but he is not as advanced as he should
don't listen.
be. Doesn't commit. Great guy, great, or girl, or whatever it is, great heart, but they're a good person doesn't mean they're a good athlete. They're a good student. They're going to be a good fighter. That comes from your drive to become better. And that drive comes from, like, it's not, like I say, it's not going to happen in my 1 hour class, or if you stay for sparring in 2 hours. If you're there 2 days a week, even 3 days a week, it's going to happen from what happens outside of the gym.
Yeah.
The morning runs, the fucking jump rope. You're the one that got me back on running. He's like,
I don't even like running, bro.
I don't like it, but you're like,
I hate it.
you go, you're not running right now, huh?
I can,
Or you go, I can tell you're not running. And I was like,
I can tell.
he was like, do you think it's that much right now? You're like, yeah.
And especially because I love sparring and I love playing. So part of my education in that I take away from sparring is I can tell people's conditioning level off of how they spar that they don't have no conditioning. You know, whether you have explosiveness is one thing. It's not conditioning.
That is exactly it. People get that shit confused.
You may be explosive
or strength and be like, I'm strong. That don't mean shit.
Explosive agility wears out
Real quick.
And so does strength.
You know,
aerobic, anaerobic.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Muscle power wears out.
I was giving Nate shit about that because he's like, I deadlift 465. I'm like, in fight camp? Why?
Yeah.
Why are you deadlifting heavyweight in fight camp?
You also get kicked in the face.
Well, and he was the one I was giving him shit because he's like 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out, and he's on the jit side over and over. I'm like, are we not polishing our kickboxing that you're fucking doing in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Like, where are your head at? And that's
doing jiu-jitsu instead of.
And that's what. Well, no. I mean, I don't care.
He's testing out.
But fight camp's not the time to test. Fight camp's the time to grind.
Yeah.
And if he's confused about that, Either we're not displaying a strong enough message, or he's not receiving it right. And either way, I become more confrontational. Like there's a disconnect here, and I'm gonna either force it
there's an
or we're gonna
expectation. There's an expectation, and then there's a just an expectation.
Yeah,
I expect you to listen, and I expect you to implement. You know, if you was the coach, cool, but you not the coach.
That's another one. Like, we've done really good about not having any students coach each other really. You know, we've really stomped that out. I will say, Adam, if you're listening, knock that shit off in my class. I love Adam. Adam's like one of my favorite fucking people. He's gotten really good really quick, but he understands it real well, and he'll do to his partners what he hates when I do to him. I'll be like, you know how I over explain everything? I'll catch him doing that out of the corner of my eye, like, let him get his reps.
Yeah. But well, you know me, I'm all about the reps.
I'm all about the reps too, but I actually like that Adam does that because he's a little higher level. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But especially if he sees in something. But you have to understand what you're doing in your reps, and that's what like fundamentals.
Well, and for me in my military mindset is
you'll get them either way. They're gonna get it either way.
You
force it.
You are the student.
Fuck.
You know
I just thought about that.
You're the student.
You're the sergeant. No. They're the troops. You're the sergeant.
Yeah, be a student, fool.
Yeah.
At this point, because if I have one person trying to do coaching with their partner, and another person trying to do coaching with their partner, and another person trying to do their coaching. So now 3 of my highest students are talking instead of
repping,
practicing. I will do the talking. Y'all do the kicking. Kick.
And that's where I would say once you hear it, that's where you get to learn enough. And I will say is like the teachers to learn twice, but get your reps in, because that's where you're going to feel the good reps, feel the bad reps. Right. And your partner is going to learn by watching you do it, right?
Hey, no, watch me. My turn. Yeah. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. And it's like there's a time and a place in the fundamentals class. Yeah, we have time to talk. We have the expectation that we're going to be explaining things over and over again. But when it's rep time,
you rep it out.
Rep time. Right? We have this sense of perfection where, I want everything to look perfect. I want the takedown to look perfect. I want the jump switch, spinning back hook, knee, heel kick to look perfect. I'm like, yo, just do it.
Not just that they want, it has to be. You see that young man shit where it's like, no, it has to be. I'm like, well, then where's the fucking work?
Yeah.
You're doing deadlifts instead of kickboxing, but you have to have a perfect kick?
No, you better leave that outside the door.
Yeah. I love Nate. I love a lot of our newer guys, but because of I don't want to say social media, but the outside influence that you can look at this sport now, and it's everywhere, and you see everybody at the highest levels and stuff, or like grinding at those high levels, and you want to be that. And you don't have a clear path, so you look at fitness. So I just need to be fit and go to the gym. I'm talking about more Nate. No disrespect, Nate. But like he's very military. Like, he's a soldier. So he'll show up at the gym. And
he's got different influences. He's got different influences.
But he works hard as fuck. Yeah. I'm not taking anything away. But like, does he not understand the path? Have we not provided the right path? And so Cam's the one that just did the smoker.
Yes.
Kaz is his brother that wants to do the next one. Yeah. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna start sending him all these messages about like how we structure the fight camp. And I need for the younger group that we have, the Jaggers, the Logans, the Cam and Kaz, to understand that amongst them, they can't be all joking around and all slackers. One of them has to be the leader. And
one of them has to be the worker.
And provide that example. Yeah. Well, that's what a leader is. You work, and then other people are like, I'm going to work just like this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the hardest parts, especially when you're putting together the partners when when you're drilling and everything, and then you get all like the younger ones over here, and they're not learning anything at all.
You know my answer to that?
What?
I make sure, because I know all the faces and the spirits in my classes, so I make sure that they are going with different people, and if I know I got butt buddies, I make sure that they go with someone that's either extremely better than them or someone that is very, very new, and so it's forcing them to detach from the jokey and refocus on technique, whether they have to do it right, because sometimes I'll even jump into the drilling. I say, all right, you get to drill with crew today.
Yeah.
You get leg kicked.
And my drilling
not in the knee.
is like, I'm trying to die.
Still stuck on that.
You are kind of a dick though. Sometimes I'll watch you leg kick the fuck out of like a beginner. Like, bro, I want him to come back next time.
Nah.
You don't do it really anymore. But I used to give you so much shit about that.
One, because sometimes the new guys come in.
I'm just thinking of one person. You know me. I'm always
and they want to flex. They be trying to flex on me. I say, that's fine. That's
not always. Sometimes you be taking it personal. but like he watched the Michael Jordan documentary. He's like, I'm gonna do that.
Take that personal.
Take that personal. Say it to him like once a week.
And this same thing with the head kick from Taki.
Yeah,
is there are certain things and techniques that really bug me.
At the camera.
There are certain things that really bug me, and one of them is getting head kicked. I don't like it.
But you do that to everyone to gym.
But
let me interject.
I know, because I don't like it, so you have to learn not to not like it.
Yep. Hey, and you gotta go through what I went through.
Yeah. The other one is leg kicks.
I know that one. Whenever I get him with a leg kick, he's like.
My first loss was from leg kicks.
Same.
And I did not block him because I was just, I know how to scrap, I know how to fight, and I did not block the leg kicks. And I went down, and the fight was over in the second round, but I made it out. And then the third round came, and I got another leg kick, and I couldn't get back up. And so now, I say, hey, if you don't get anything else from experiencing crew Juan Jackson, you're gonna learn to block a fucking leg kick.
Now this is I mean, I don't want to give too much away. This is our camp. This is because Crew Jones is a leg kicker. I'm a fucking leg kicker.
Yeah.
You're a leg kicker. Well, you're daddy long legs. You have I would say your body kicks are better than
my body kicks are best, but I like to.
But the pain of a leg kick.
Yeah, I like to play in my leg kick.
So here's where I like to say is, I had one of my injuries and coming back from the manager thing, like blowing up the back, and coming back because I did that in 2018. Came back to the gym right after COVID started in 2020, and you're like, "Ooh, your leg kicks are sharp." Yeah. And all of us about 2 weeks later, I wasn't landing on him anymore, maybe less than 2 weeks, and he's landing them on me. I'm like, "Fuck," and you go. I picked that up from you. I was like, son of a bitch. There was another time.
Dial it back. Pushing the bag,
pushing the bag, kick, pushing the bag. Now this motherfucker push, bow. I'm like, and I was like, where'd you get that? You're like,
guy from you.
Hey,
But I
could see a good thing and know what it is.
And that's why, I was watching you kick the bag the other day, and I was like, all right, who was I telling? They were trying to kick people in front of them instead of stepping off to the side. And I was like, watch how Juan does it. It was actually fight camp. So
man, that's experience itself. Seeing somebody else that's better than you.
Stepping off and kicking past the target, like as if you're sideways.
Through, yeah.
I said that's experience itself. Seeing somebody else is better than you and they get you with something, and instead of being frustrated over it, like, I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah.
Watch next time, I'm gonna get you with that. I got talking with so much.
That's my favorite.
Man, I see he get me with so much, and I come back the next week like, you remember that one? Yeah, I got you with it.
Yeah.
I love those, especially the little tricky ones. Clinch is my favorite to watch little tricky things, but
yeah, I picked up some good game in Thailand with clinching, and it comes to, and for me it came mostly down to hand and arm control.
Yeah,
and I'm like, if I can get on your arms,
sounds like wrestling to me.
Yeah.
I touch you, I'm taking you down.
It's a wrap.
I mean, a lot of the clinch is based off Greco, or so I hear. I don't really study much further from that.
I like the lockdown Crew Jao in Thailand. He's maybe a little bit shorter than you, but he's a tiny guy. But his lockdown is like,
I
he's
remember
like
when
a
you came back
rhino.
and you were like doing the pulse to pull down. I was like, fucking hate that as my back. I'm like, dude, that's my back.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that I would forget other people's injuries. And so,
No, it's not like, I mean, if I'm in there sparring,
Yeah.
I'm giving you that.
but I still be forgetting. People like, yeah, don't hit my leg because they're sore. I'm like, all right.
No, sore. You shouldn't be sparring if it's that sore.
It's just sore, right? All right.
I forgot. My bad.
If you're like, oh, I just came back off an Achilles, I'm trying to go light. I'm like, no, you shouldn't be here. You need to be 100 before.
Yeah.
Like, injuries versus soreness, like, that's why I say, like, if you're sick, stay the fuck home.
Man, I don't get that. I'm injured, I'm at home. It's like when coach tells me you can go home, you don't need.
But you don't be getting injured like that all the time.
Well, you know stupid shit.
You also understand what an injury is versus being hurt.
Pain versus injury.
There's a huge difference.
If I'm hurt, you see how much I'll take myself right out of sparring. I'm like, oh, if I'm hurt or if I'm like to the point where I know I'm going to be susceptible to extra damage. I'm a coach. I'm not in fight camp.
So what's your? I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah.
What's your intention on wearing headgear?
I don't like headgear. I can't see. My peripherals are gone. I get hit more.
It's a bigger helmet.
Like it's dumb.
It's a bigger target.
Yeah.
I think it's for me, in my experience, when people have headgear on, they take it as a green light to go bananas.
Oh, you got a helmet. Yeah.
And so I don't mind using headgear for, like, you know, if you want to take some extra consideration for, you know, face injuries and stuff like that. But it's Muay Thai. It's not boxing. You shouldn't be banging like that.
It takes away from real life experience as well.
Yeah.
I have a question though to extend on that, because we're Muay Thai practitioners or MMA. Considering the smaller gloves during sparring with headgear, what's your thoughts on that to prevent cuts or anything? Just the exact same across the board?
The same thing.
Because I like as close to live as possible.
Then that's.
I mean, outside of, we do got to wear shin guards if we're going to throw any sort of power.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I think.
Elbow pads, because, prevent cuts, things like that. But headgear, it doesn't protect the head as much as people think it does. It's a bigger target. You can see less. So if my vision and footwork are paired for my starting point and everything off that, I'm going to impair that.
Like, it's just not realistic, you know?
True.
Like, you're just so focused here. Whenever I put headgear on, I'm just pissed off. Whoever made me wear it, I don't like you no more. Because, like, I get hit so much, I can't see. I'm, like, in this little tunnel. Mm-hmm. And it just makes no sense.
Especially Muay Thai, when the kicks come from around, you're like,
blind, there it is.
Oh, shit.
Blind, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Nah. And I feel like I've seen someone train with a headgear on, like not spar, but like do technique and drills, and they're like, I was like, all right, well, when I want to smack you,
kickboxing
when I want to smack you for putting your hands up, I can't hit you.
Yeah,
I can only hit
like they're doing fundamentals with headgear on or some shit. No, let your coaches step in and be like, why are you doing this?
Why?
And if you don't have like something that blows my mind or one of the other coaches' mind as to like, wow, I've never thought of that. That's a good call.
Wow, I've never thought of that.
Take the shit off.
I'm like, you know what?
Like, oh, bro, I got this heart rate monitor. You're a day 2 student.
This is why it's
you
like,
don't know how to stand.
If one person wears it, we all wear it. Oh. Everybody put headgear on for drills.
I'm going home.
I do like what you said, though. It kind of gives you like that, all right, it's a target. You know what I mean? Like, it's a green light because I got headgear on. It's not. It's to add further protection. Like we talked about Carlos wearing it to protect his eye.
Yep. But just a little bit of consideration for, your particular situation.
And this is where, when I was coming back from the concussion a while ago, I take the gloves off, leave the shin guards on, be like, I'm doing kick play. You go to the head, I'm gonna get pissed. And like, cause you know what I mean? It's like, let's play, let's learn, practice lower body technique, stuff like that. And it just, I didn't want to put on headgear and invite that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Invite further.
Invite, for you to feel free.
Right.
To throw some heat, you know.
Exactly.
Like,
or
no,
for them to.
I am intentionally coming to play.
Right.
If I put the headgear on, something in your mind's gonna say, "Oh, he's not here to play."
Right.
And you cause me, you take me out of my play element.
And that's the same reason I subtract the gloves, because it tells people, okay, like I'm like, I'll be in my stance, but it's apparent that he doesn't have gloves on. He's not defending the head properly. We're going neck down.
Yeah.
I mean, over with us in the MMA world, right? I think whenever they say light sparring, it's a light spar. Or when I go with somebody and they tell me, all right, this leg is hurting. Or I did something here, I'm going to go with this leg. It's just the gym etiquette itself. It's I respect you, you respect me. This is our space. You have your headgear on. You give me a good reason, I'm not going to hit you in the head that much. You don't give me a good reason, it's over. But that's
You got the headgear for a reason.
Well, just like you said, beginner sparring.
Yeah.
When you have beginner sparring, it should all kind of be light and playful. And
Exactly.
Because if
there shouldn't be no need for headgear because you guys are already playing.
Yeah, but then you get the guys that come in where I kept calling them not Tong Po.
Hey, go ahead. Nasana's over there.
Nasana's in there?
I'd be smiling. Like, bring him in.
He's over there. And sometimes I go to places and I visit and I'm like, normally if I'm visiting, I'm usually playing unless I know you're a competitor.
Right.
If I know you're a competitor, cool, we can get some work. But if you're not, all right, we're playing. I'm going to touch you, but I'm not going to hurt you. And people are like, oh yeah, he's a visitor. We got to show up. I'm like, all right, that's fine by me.
That's always a tough one.
But
like,
you're going to have to take a bite of this apple.
It's like what we were talking about earlier. It's like we're all fighters here. Wait, you want to fight me? Come on.
Yeah, like, you can act any kind of way you want. We're fighting either way.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, like, I was telling one of my friends that's outside of here, like, they're like, you guys don't like talk shit, because I was telling how we always talk shit, called verbal sparring. I'm like, no, we're fighting either way. Like, this is what we come to do.
Yeah.
It's building camaraderie when we talk shit. Because I'm like, hey, like, I can still talk shit. You're not going to be sensitive. And we're still going to be cool. We'll have hard rounds. We'll have easy rounds.
Because like, the fight's going to happen, but at the same time, if we were not in our environment and we were talking shit, you don't know if the fight will happen.
Exactly.
That's why you feel uncomfortable about it. But with us as competitors, we're like, hey, we're gonna talk shit, and then we're going to get to the fight.
It's like a full understanding and complete humility behind it. And that's why I say, like, I hate that the viewpoint that fighters are egotistical or tough guys or always want to fight. And it's like, no, more high level things.
Yeah, that means you were saying earlier, you're like, I haven't had a situation.
No.
Outside of
you see me outside, I'm smiling, I'm enjoying life. Like, I punch enough people. I don't want to punch you outside.
It's a waste of my time.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
But not even that. Like, I'm not even upset. It will. I mean, anybody that crosses, like, pushes somebody that has ultimate levels of control to a point where they're willing to sacrifice that and everything they've built, you better watch the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm also grateful that I'm usually not in a situation where people challenge me.
Yeah, you don't put yourself in that position.
I mean,
sometimes it happens.
Not even that I don't put myself in that position, but even a lot of times the situation develops after I leave. Or like just me in the space prevents the situation.
Well, because of the fact that there's an understanding of a hierarchy or pecking order. And I talk about that, like the developing that pecking order, like the understanding of who falls where. And as long as there's always like an extra level of caution when somebody understands. There's somebody that practices this daily, And it is like the Jordan Peterson is like understanding that this person's a threat yet not actually acting on anything is what prevents that level of toxicity. Once there's the people that don't understand who does what, and especially you think about how vulnerable people are, and about like how sensitive they can be. One wrong thing and you don't know if I say something that triggers you and we don't know each other like that, you could fire off. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we could be going at it, not understanding shit, and that's a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Or especially when in those situations without fighters, a lot of weapons come up.
Yeah.
Man, in my instances, it's like when somebody does that to me, I'm always happy and smiling.
Yeah,
so
like,
if they're aggressive and everything, I'm like, if you want some, we can do it. But I'm just chilling. Like, I got no issue with getting up. Like,
I just asked him like, "What's your problem?"
Yeah,
I'm just
you see me? I'm black with a cowboy hat. You think I'm not worried about your pressure?
Let me talk about this. I was at my mom's property down in Goldendale, Eastern Washington, by the Columbia River, right?
Yeah.
And bro, I'm in the middle. It's like town square. The town don't even say Goldendale on the sign no more. I posted that. I'm like, shouldn't it say Goldendale?
Like entering.
Took a picture of their weed store. It's like a half of a trailer, like an office trailer.
Oh man,
packed with weed. I'm like, damn, they're not like they're trying, but not really. But, so I'm there. I'm in shorts, Crocs, man bun, tank top, Hollywood glasses. Oh, bro,
foreign.
Fucking cowboys walking up and down with the belly and shit, and with the hat and straw sticking out. Like, look at this hippie. I'll be like, I will fuck you up, but not that 357. Yeah. I'm like, that's a big boy. So you know what I mean? Like, know where you're at, but at the same time, like, you go over there looking the same thing. They're gonna look at us standing side by side and respect you more than me.
Got the boots on and the hat.
Like, no, you need to dress more like this guy. Like a couple of blocks down, there's this old dude. He reminds me of Clint Eastwood. He used to come to my yard sale, and he's like, "Oh,
but which Clint Eastwood?
Gran Torino."
Oh,
and he's like, "Oh, you little motherfucker!" Like World War II, Vietnam vet, maybe.
That's what I was
that Eastwood. Yeah. So he comes over and he's like, "Oh," but he's a shit talker. He's a joker.
Okay.
Like how Clint Eastwood and Gran Torino went to the hardware store and the barbershop and he's talking shit with his buddies. So he's like, "Oh, nice hair." I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." He's like, "Yeah, you don't see that on men very often." I start dying. It didn't even hit me hard. I just start dying. I was like,
"Oh, you guys set that one up."
I was like, "Oh, that's a fucking." Well, he's my neighbor too. He comes by, but I was like, "Oh," see him sitting out there in a chair like this with a shotgun and a beer. Not really, but anybody that
same energy.
Yeah, same kind of Clint Eastwood, pissed off but funny about it.
Oh man.
Yeah. Fucking, he's probably still got his wife though. That's why he's still getting some. Still got something to be happy about.
Something to live for.
That reminds me, like the first time I went down to Montana to compete. Man, I was down there with my old coach Clint, and they thought I was like a movie star, like I was in Hollywood or something. Like everybody stopped and looked at me.
It is Montana.
It felt good though. And then
they're wondering where the hidden cameras are at. Like when are the waivers coming out?
Oh man. Yeah. Montana.
I love it out there.
Did you get the dub for that?
I got so much dub over there. Like I think that was when I started gaining my 17-win streak from there. I was he went to Montana and you started wrecking. I mean, I took him on and they put my billboard up, bro. I was like, I should just run for mayor.
No. I can just imagine Montana. Spokesman of the year.
Yeah, right.
Johnson.
People be like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh no! Who is that guy?
Oh man.
He don't live here.
Guy's just running through all the white boys in Montana.
I mean, then I'm here and they're trying to put me against all the brothers.
Oh, really?
I mean, lately.
No, sorry, I had to. Hey, anybody who's watching, this is Fight Culture. We be talking shit. Because we gonna spar later.
Yeah. We're gonna get to the fight.
Yeah. Bro, you're telling me they didn't have like Butterbean and fucking Jack Kirby and all these motherfuckers out there?
You gotta remember also, like, you are a staple. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're
You're a standard that they gotta beat.
You're a longevity of MMA top tier combat or competitor. So you're not gonna get no willy nillies to compete with you, right? And that's kind of the same thing that was happening for me. It's like, all right, well,
that, you know,
right?
Who's available, and who not only who's available, but who not scared. Yeah, I'm whoop some ass, fucking fire the ass. Who wants to throw? And you know, it take a special kind of character to have you as an opponent, and so that's real respectable, especially in the state of Washington, and people knowing who you are. Your 17 win streak in fucking Montana.
I love that.
I bet you did. That's when you got that damn hat.
You gotta watch out for it. That's when you start feeling invincible. Like,
no. I mean, there's always that point as well. Like, you got your teammates to kind of keep you humble and like kind of chime down the ego and everything.
Well, I love that they get better too. Like, you make your teammates better. If the higher level you go, they don't got no choice. They get better or get out.
Even when we came up and visited,
bro, you get me with some things. I'm like, I'm gonna work on that because next time he's getting better.
Yeah, your whole team is getting better, man. And it's not just one person. That's the ingredient for success. It's the whole team, right? But we create our own climates, and so if you're creating a climate of success, you're gonna breed success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's to further that point, potentially next weekend, Stanley and Loren come down. What if we?
That's hype.
Maybe what if we put together a sparring session for afterwards?
I'm down.
Is that possible? So it'd be Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, wait.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm always down.
Because we got testing next Saturday.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be sparring too. Yeah. And so make sure.
That's gonna be like light play.
Is it?
It should be.
It's gonna depend on the guest. I'm sparring.
Yeah.
I usually Johnson doesn't know. So we do like essentially a belting system through a Muay Thai program. So it's unique to Master Sahin in our program. And that's what's happening this Saturday. So instead of like the belt, we give out the armbands, the prajats on Muay Thai. So
and all our sister gyms out there, we all kind of collect.
Well, we have in the past. I believe this year only Crew Martine's bringing people down. So, but that being said, I really liked when we always did because like it's a huge huge cross sparring thing. Okay. So
that sounds fun.
But in the years past, I usually go outside and set up for the potluck. This year, I'm sparring.
You gonna be involved?
I'm gonna fucking spar because I took enough years off. I feel pretty good.
Yeah, and you have been sparring good.
Thank you.
You have been sparring.
Working hard.
Yeah,
working hard at it.
That almost sounds like. Remember back then at the UFC gym on Sundays?
Yeah,
that's where I met you when Taki brought me up there.
That's where I met him too.
Who the fuck is
this kicking me so
goddamn
hard? Why he kicking so hard? He's like,
because Taki kicks me hard.
He's
passing it on.
He was fast as fuck. He always is. But I was fat Zach still at the time. I'm chunky and bald, and I'm like. I know I can hold my own sometimes, and I'm like, other times I'm like, fuck, dude, I suck at this. This is not for me. Like, I remember driving back, and Taki's like, nah. Like, no, Johnson's just really good. He's like, you're training at a UFC gym. I'm like, bro, I suck. I'm like, there's levels to this shit, and I don't think I'm ever gonna be that level.
That was my first awakening to competitors over Washington because we were congregating in Seattle.
We had to though. We had to figure it out. Who did what.
And there were people who were bigger than me there, and so I got to get a lot of work with people, and where I'm the little dude,
which is not normal. You're always at least this tall. There's once in a while you get a guest, but. I'm
at least tall.
You and Mike are the two tallest guys.
A good thickness to my body. And
I'm like an inch shorter than you, so I'm not far off, but like still he's got
a little bit.
And you got this, I don't know what's up with you. You got like this short torso and these super long arms. Like, fucking ape ratio is like a spider, and he got a normal torso, but then like these super long arms. I don't get you. I'd be like, oh, but then Anthony's like, oh, you got long arms too. You just don't use them. Like, fuck. I used to could.
Stop calling me out, Anthony.
No, I like that. Calm down. Be like, ooh,
I know.
I'm gonna start practicing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's rare that happens where there's like people who are above 200 in numbers, and then then at that point I was still a beginner, right? And so it helped me like set a new tier. And so now when I'm in a space and there are big guys, I'm like, I can really get off now. I can get off without consequence.
Well, especially going to other gyms, being the guest.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta protect your people, not their people necessarily. No disrespect. You know what I mean? Don't come whoop everyone's ass on our gym.
Or like when we did that little sparring party and Taki came through and it was like,
that was so
there
good.
were so many big bodies there.
I had that on my highlights on Instagram if anybody wants to see, but that was such a fun day.
Yeah.
Because we sparred for like 2 hours.
We did.
We got there at 6.
Hey, you know that's how I do it.
But then
we spar until people start quitting.
But see, here's the thing. I was in for like an hour. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling pretty good, but like I'm feeling that downslide. That's a point of diminishing
like, are we
returns.
done yet?
No, I'm just like starting. I'm gonna start taking a round here and there.
Oh, okay.
Because you know, at our gym we try not to take rounds out.
Yes.
But then, boom, Rob from Brian Johnson comes in. Another guy starts walking. I'm like,
Olaf came from Wave, and I'm like,
and so
they set that one up.
Because I remember we were starting at 6. I was there at 5:45 getting set up, and so by 7:15 they're rolling, and I'm like, fuck. Here's some fresh bodies, and I think those two were just off fighting each other.
Yeah, they did. They had just fought each other like maybe 2 weeks ago.
I remember Rob's a good big dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like just going, like, all right, I'm just going light and tall. He's like, what?
Yeah,
like,
he's still
I'm
in the cooking.
And and if you look at that, I'm not fit Zach. I'm fat Zach. So I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, so I'm like, yo, let's take it down a little bit, because I don't care. As a coach, I'm not in fight camp. I'll ask anybody to take it down. I'm not right there. I got some humility, but I'm also, I know I'm not in competition mode, so I'm like, all right, hey man, fucking, you know, I'm just a fat guy right now, right? Like, even if I'm a coach, doesn't mean I can just move super fast, because I know how to.
Yes, my trigger is not.
Yeah, like you said, the cardio isn't there. The heart and knowledge might be.
Yes.
But
see, the fighter in me is like, nah.
Well, that's what should spark the cardio. And
right. But you have to go through the experience of awareness, and you're like, well, damn, I am not moving like I know I should be moving.
And like when if you go in a lull like I did, or a downward slide, and you're like, I know
it's really apparent. You're like,
well, and it hurts, dude, because it's like what I experience is like the pain from letting myself slide back from what I know I once was and could be because life happens. Yeah. I'm not gonna there's a lot of people that fall out of the game because of life compared to the people that stay in it.
True,
right?
True.
And I always knew like my goal was to stay in Muay Thai, get back in Muay Thai when I wasn't there for what usually it was injury or like when my schedule for work changed. When Sean used to give me all the shit, but no, like sliding back away from that and then kind of like man, I need to get fucking back to it. Like if anybody is watching this, like get back to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like you got back to it.
Yeah, I had to for me, not for anybody else. Like I had to. Right. Like knowing what the worth was and what I used to be before I found fighting, what I became, and then going back to like just an out of shape version of that. Like I just don't want to be that. Have you had any dead spaces or like low time? This guy's got a 17 win streak, bro.
I mean, but like
he's 29.
In between fight camps.
Are you 29, 31? 31, that's old. Right.
But this mother...
I am 40. I started at 26. I was 33 on my first layover.
Yeah.
So, bad injury.
Or I would say like a sabbatical or like a hibernation. where you did not have
A month.
upcoming fights that you were focusing on?
You talking about like not working out at all?
Yeah.
Not even gym.
Man, I go on hikes. I go run up the trails. I take the dogs out.
But there's working out for fit life,
Yeah.
and then there's working out for fighting.
Or to maintain it.
So yeah, I've taken probably a month off or so, depending on
That
what's
ain't
going
it.
on.
That
That's
ain't
what-
long.
'cause
I'm
that ain't
talking
you're
I'm talking like 6 months.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
That's
Well,
what I mean. Or something.
Yeah, I've had deployments
injuries,
and
or
I've never been injured besides my ribs.
who did that?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've had little things like here and there, like from
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu competitions, but that's never stopped me from going anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of it has to do with like the amount of time that you do train. Because in fights, a lot of people do get injured in there, but that's
do.
because of their lack of consistency in training and lack of awareness.
So like
Yeah.
when the wheels fall off, it's hard to put them back on.
Exactly.
And some of that's the tenacity and that mentality. Like you say, you like, I got an injury. Yeah, but my injury ain't gonna stop me.
Your injuries
find your ways
located
around
to a
it.
certain
Yeah.
spot that may not prevent
Like
it.
normally in any fight camp that I have, something hurts.
Oh, everything
That's
hurts.
normal.
Yeah.
Everything hurts.
No, like more than hurt. Like I have an injury.
That's what I was saying. Is like if you're not injured, you ain't training hard enough.
Yeah. I always
Which is not
have
the
an
way to go,
injury.
but- yeah.
I always have an injury. It's just because I train.
Yeah.
I train hard and I train often.
And that's the old adage is like you're giving everything you got to this camp,
Yeah.
not necessarily everything you have to even a recovery. You have to, but something gets a sacrifice.
Yeah, because I had that. I had a boxing match, and then
The Muay Thai.
against an undefeated fighter, and then I had a Muay Thai match against
High level dude from Thailand.
4 weeks
Cambodia.
later against a dude with 100-something fights.
Yep.
You know, and I went into that fight with I think I fucking tore a tendon in my shoulder, but still went out and had a good fight. And so I try to share with people that something is always going to be a reason for you not to fight.
True. I mean, it's like this guy with the rib, and then the one afterwards. My shoulder was all like I still have a pinched nerve here where my arm kind of goes to sleep. I put some biofreeze on that, and I thought it was gonna last, but in the fight, my arm just got tired.
Yeah.
It just started getting
The
exhausted. So then you
fatigue
switch
hit.
over.
You're like,
you adjust.
And that's when you train so
Good
often
adjustment.
and you train so much that you know how to adjust
Yeah.
in the fight. I kicked old boy in the elbow in the first round. In the first round.
I was talking shit.
I'm sitting in the corner. Crew Jones is talking to me.
He's like, don't hear a word.
He's saying something. I'm like, my foot fucking hurts.
Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're sitting there like this.
Yeah.
Because when you say Crew Jones is here,
But you
I'm
know-
over your shoulder.
You know why I was sitting like that?
Because your legs and your feet hurt.
No.
Oh.
I was sitting like that just so I can look at my foot and my peripherals. And I didn't actually look at my foot. I'm telling you, like, sometimes I'll be dialing into the psyche
You be
because I
like,
don't want to
my
look at
foot
my
don't
foot
hurt.
and show a sense of weakness.
Or
And-
admit to yourself, like, yo, that is damage.
And so I sat on the thing like this.
Visual representation
I
of
sat
the damage.
I sat on the stool like this and took a little peripheral look at my foot, and I saw a baseball
I remember because you still pointed out.
on
I'd be
the top of my
teasing you
foot.
about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still there.
I know.
And I was like, my foot hurts. And he goes, what? I was like, oh, don't worry about it. and he keeps giving me instructions. And so I go out and I was like, in my head, I'm like, if the foot hurts, kick with it.
That's some great logic.
If it hurts,
through it.
kick with it. Because I don't want my opponent to think that my technique is off because
I feel like
of
that's the
an
Ramon
injury.
Deckers who like, I'm going to just throw it harder. My legs fucked up.
Yeah, if it hurt, kick it harder.
Well, that was like Crew Jones says, like, oh, that check hurt. I'm going to kick it harder. I'm going to see how strong your check is versus my kick. And it's like,
Yeah.
My mentality is I smile at you. Even if you get me real hard, I'll switch when this shit hurts. I'm gonna keep smiling at you when you hit me because I'm gonna fuck with you mentally.
See, here's my thing, especially in the early couple
psychological
of times,
fight.
My early few fights, especially with Crew Jones being in there like day in, day out in here, like mentor style. I always had the from the Predator, he's like, I ain't got time to bleed. So I'd be like, I'd take a shot and be like, I'll hurt later. Like I'll just keep going because you know how those add up. But I take some damage and be like, hurt later. Like this is now, like you're gonna hurt a lot more now if you let this focus instead of this.
I'll tell you, I was like, oh, that one was good. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun one. When you
Like, he ain't tell me. He ain't tell me. I ain't know it was hurt till today,
Bro, that was fight game. You should have seen me. He got me in the corner against the case. I was already dead tired. Like 8 5-minute rounds in, I'm exhausted.
You could take
I'm like,
it.
move. All right, let's move.
Yeah, but and I love doing rounds with you.
He's like, you could take it under this. I know you
because
too well.
everything stays sharp and competitive, and I don't have to worry about you not responding, right? Because that's just the joy of having a high level competitor in your space, right? And we don't get too many chances. Like you're top tier in your space. I'm top tier in my space. There's only a couple other people that are here in the state that are pouring out top tier, like fucking legitness.
I will say though, a lot of legitimate people are coming up right now. Like I would say, like within a year or two.
Yeah, and that's because like people like him doing the work.
Well, and not just him. It's like the community putting this shit together. Like cross training, like because we're doing our gym because we had that big lull where we lost a lot of people. Our gym is fucking back, baby. We're going hard.
Yeah,
and we're fight. Like the coaching staff at our gym setting that standard. Same for you guys, and you guys putting out so much more content is getting the eyes on there that didn't know it existed.
Yeah. I might.
He's like, I'm gonna try.
I can only do a little bit of.
Well, you see, I gave him the eye. Well,
a little bit of.
But we talk about this like in our space. You're still a competitive coach.
Yeah.
Out of the rest of us are not. I have the time outside of training for competition. I'm not training for. I'm just training to maintain like a higher level, but. I have more time to sit down and do this kind of stuff or like grow the brand. Like I know that you're still working on that, but it's going to be hard to maintain a work-life balance, maintain training, and then promote yourself to the degree that it's, ask Johnson, it takes a lot, doesn't it?
That's exhausting, bro.
So if you're
it's like mentally exhausting and then you don't want to do it, but you got to do it.
But I like that you're doing those teasers.
A lot of fun.
Because
fuck yeah,
I like being wrong sometimes.
Well, I think that's good because it breaks out of the not just fighter stuff. Like at a certain point, I've digested.
Like, are you human? Are you still human?
I mean, it's like
human things.
I've put out so much of the content. It kind of seems and feels the same. I'm like, why? You gotta have to,
Well, like, and as fighters, like our feeds are filled with reels and competition and actual fights and all this other stuff and vlogs of what people think. To have something refreshing. So good work, man. Especially the funny ones. And are you doing stuff for Loren or is she doing her own stuff? Because I saw one of hers and I'm like, it looks like Johnson. It's her name, but I love that. But
there's a couple of them that I made for her.
No, but that's good. It takes more than one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's a community, just like when we talked about last time, you know. You can't really go just by yourself.
I don't know anybody
that's a lonely
in the fight game that ever has.
It's usually unsuccessful.
Yeah, it's all about the street beefs. Bro, so I just posted that this morning. Did you see
the street beefs?
The Demetrius Johnson. I forget who he was sparring, but he drops dude.
Oh,
and then
the Eagle Talon. Or Talon's Eagle.
I don't fucking know. One of them street beef name guys.
Okay.
Drops him and then turns and starts yelling at the guy who's coaching death sentence. And he's like, and he starts going. He's like, that's why I'm passionate about fighting. If you guys aren't trying to do real competition, and I'm like, thank you for finally like.
It's hard. It's hard to be in that space as a full timer.
It is, and but to the point of, he's passionate about fighting. Like, he's going into their space and being like, look, this is not actual competition. You're taking somebody at the highest level, Demetrius Johnson, arguably the greatest of all time. I always like to say the greatest at this time, because there's always going to be somebody next. But arguably the greatest in their space. Like, he had to go into their realm to get his message out there. That this is not what we're looking at, to the point where I was watching him do like the park things with death sentence, and I'm like, I see what he's doing. Like, he's priming this, but I didn't know if it was going to go this route.
He's being a mentor,
but at the same time, he's emphasizing that this is not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is, I would say, street beefs, or no disrespect, but this is for the guy that watches UFC, thinks they can do it, and decides to get up, puts his shoes on, and goes outside and
tastes a little bit of it.
Taste it.
This is like the family get together backyard brawl.
But it's not legitimate in the way that, like, you come to our gym, we train you with world champions and people that have been trained by world champions.
Yeah.
Get you into a cage fight at like West Coast or something like that, or in an actual boxing ring,
And be tested out against actual opponents.
Against other real gyms, real teams with real coaches that are also champions, yada, yada, yada. Getting these, the legitimacy behind it, and we will still start you off at the beginner level to where you are safe. It does not have to be like, look at this clown. That's what he calls it. He's like, I don't know, the clown show at the circus or some shit like that. And I fucking lost my mind when I watched it. I loved it. I was trying to remix it. Couldn't have the audio lined up, but I'm going to make it happen.
He's speaking through me.
He is, dude. So I'm like, dude, I fucking hate that shit. No disrespect to the people that run it. I know they're running a business. They're trying to create something. They're trying to create their version of community.
I tell you, at this point, it's established.
It is established, and I know they're not trying to draw away from anything that we do.
Right.
What I'm talking about is the misconception of the common man that
thinking that that's real,
thinking that that's the path.
Oh,
like, yo, I'm gonna get up. I can't go.
I see what you mean.
Maybe I can't go be in the cage on UFC, but I could go do that. You know what I mean? And it's like, that kind of cheapens, like, yo, you can also go to 10 Kicks. You can come to us. You can go to any legit gym, and they're going to start you off the right way. Yeah. To where you go in there and you see these guys like, it's Bart versus Lisa Simpson.
But I wouldn't want that type of guy in the gym with that sort of mindset.
No, we don't either.
Everybody's that kind of guy. Everybody's that kind of guy until they learn different.
I don't think everybody is.
I mean, if I'm comparing, like,
you do. Because I've had egos come into the gym space
all the time.
Yeah,
and they get shown the right
crazy
way.
Crazy legs. Used Aaron Whitlock.
Yep.
With whatever. I'm sorry, Aaron, if I say it wrong.
I only know him.
He's a nice enough guy. Nice enough guy. Don't know him super well. Came to our space, trained for a bit. He's like the Street Beast Fighter of the Year a couple years ago. No disrespect, Aaron, but he's like big, like coming up in beginner level. He's getting established in actual competition, which, again, I'm going to say two things. As being part matchmaking with Crew Jones, we do when somebody asks, I'm like, no street beefs or street beefs versus actual competition. That is how it is worded in the matchmaking world for fighting, or at least as to my experience. Yeah. I don't really worry about street beefs. I worry about actual competition. He is actually going in and doing more actual fights. Yeah. But is someone like that going to be committed at that next level? Is he going to find like, yo, I need to be committed like Johnson, like Jackson, like the way that Coach Zach says, Crew Jones says, or the way that Master Sauhin says, or whatever. Like, setting that example. Do we want them in the space? Not if they're in the wrong headspace. Absolutely not. If they come in like, I need to hit that next level, I see where you're at, that's the example I want to be, show me how it's done.
I'd open the door. I was like, come on.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, just because I don't want the guy with the wrong attitude, but we're going to fix that.
I like knuckleheads.
Well, we're going to fix that either way. Jagger's a knucklehead.
Yeah,
but
hey,
I love sparring with them.
I said, people don't
fast though.
I was like, hey, people don't understand. People don't understand. Like, when you meet a young spirited individual, especially someone who's been doing well in their youth, right? And they come with their bravado.
Yeah.
And not to take offense to a young man or a young person's bravado.
Right.
But stump them out.
Bring all that smoke.
And let them know, like, all right, hey, that's where you were. This is where you could be.
Yeah. Well, I love that his first day, he's flexing in the mirror at the gym, no shirt. I'm like, oh, you don't understand where you're at. Like, day one? That's why I call him Spray Tan Dan. I'm like, who the fuck are you? You know, I'm like, Spray Tan Dan over here flexing day one in the mirror. And those are the people, in my mind, I'm like, this guy ain't gonna make it.
No, but
he did, and that's why he can prove that shit wrong.
He listens. Right.
After we stomped that out,
although he has a bravado and stuff, he just wants to make sure he's in a space with legitimate professionals.
And I think that because he's 19, he's got that very young man bravado.
That sounds like when I started off.
But now coming into the space when you're like, oh, that's not gonna go here. Like, I need to be a better person, and to want to. The need to be that, the want to be that, the want to be better, when you find that and find yourself in because he's very much himself in that space. He's so confident, he's a very confident young man. Doesn't come in as the guy that's like, oh shit, I'm not comfortable in this environment. We can guide that, or we can guide that and grow that, or we can guide that and they'll decide they don't want that.
Yeah.
And he decided he does.
Yeah, and that's what I love about Muay Thai and combat arts is we get to taste people in their passion.
And at the worst.
We get to mentor and lead people in their passion. And so part of that pain is acknowledging that, you know, their passion may take a direction away from you. Right? But you're still charged with giving this person guidance and mentorship.
That is the first charge.
Right. And so
Johnson,
most of the spaces I've been in have coaches that care about their students. And I would never be a part of any gym or association where they did not care about their students.
I so want to clip that to make it sound like I will not be a part of a gym that cares about their students. Like, do the media thing. It's like, oh,
Aaron, cut and slice. Bad guy. Cancel.
It's so easy. I just asked him to come on my show. No, that's, I mean, to your point, man, like, anybody that feels like a coach doesn't have, or even a team of coaches doesn't have that, get the fuck out of there. Like, that is the wrong gym. That is a gym that cares about them, not you.
Yeah. Sometimes the care hurts.
Oh, I'm not saying it's tough love. This is a tough sport.
In the judo class.
Tough love.
Oh no.
That's how you do it.
Hey, speaking of judo, Giovanni,
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched.
I send you the clip.
I haven't seen it. But I love going with him. He's such a charismatic perfectionist.
He is.
And so it helps me in my vision like tenfold, because I have to monitor the way I move.
And you can't make mistakes. Yeah.
Can't make damn mistakes.
When you got to dial up, so mistakes.
Because that's
judo. What I always say at class.
Judo is a real thing.
Well,
you're airborne.
So anybody listening, JoJo did 2 podcasts ago. I think it was 19. So it was like last Tuesday. It's Sunday. So it was a few days ago. But yeah, we directly talk about you and him sparring and stuff, and his first impression of you. So anybody watching?
It has to be good.
It is.
Because we have lots of good interactions.
It's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Hey, but you know, there's no apologies. There's no apologies. It's just work.
It's all work, and because we know that it's all love, like, yo, I'm gonna show up, you're gonna show, and we're gonna develop that camaraderie through it.
Yeah.
It almost ties down to that thing that you were saying earlier. It's like, if I know you for this long, then I know how you're gonna react. If I know you for this song, I don't need to know because you showed me who you are, and now it's all right. So now let's go and bang it out.
Yeah, I don't have to apologize for you being who you are.
Yeah.
I get to know people better by sparring them than I do talking to them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, this person is fair weather. This person don't know how to fight. This person runs away, or this person steps up.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, you get to learn more about that character that's kind of unspoken, that nonverbal character.
This person's not gonna quit.
Well, and because anybody can say they're not gonna quit. I'm a body shot.
Yeah. I want to see it.
My whole goal when I get cracked is to come back, get back up, like get the like. I don't care how bad the body shot is. I'm like, I'm not ending this round sitting down. I don't, if it's so bad where I'm like, you know, those deep liver shots. So Crew Jones got me through the fucking belly pad. So I was like, nobody's ever got me. You're 49. Nobody's ever got me. Like,
you used to rock me like that? Cameron.
Dude, we were just talking about Cameron's fucking hands. Like Cameron Seville Rivera.
Fucking cement blocks.
Yeah.
On the belly pad. Cameron Rivera Sevilla. Sevilla Rivera.
Something, yeah.
One of those
his poster is right over there.
Yeah. Super. Another guy who is a top tier competitor that I've known more than 10 years.
Boxer, super good hands.
But I will hold a belly pad for him in his body work, and he just slings fucking center blocks on that thing. It's like, oh.
Agreed.
I thought my body was good, but it's tender after that.
Especially like, I will tell you, man, after holding, we got 6 people in fight camp.
Yeah.
And I'm like, say Crew Jones is out of town or whatever, so I'm holding all the fucking rounds. Bro, like, I don't need no more leg conditioning, even through the pad. You're like, leg conditioning, I'm like, bruh, let me put this on and give you fucking a round.
Yeah.
Like, Mejia put that on in, like, one day, the first time, and I low kick him. He's like, is this what you feel every time?
Every time.
He's like, during fight camp with all these people, like Darko, Juan, I'm like, yes. And so when you say leg conditioning, I'm pretty good. Body conditioning is another thing, but still, you're getting womped on. Forearms, this guy,
I couldn't imagine getting kicked by this.
He's like, I know you didn't intend it. Like, I'm holding elbows, and he'll cover the ground a little too fast if we're not polished together. He got me one time, and I'm like, where am I? Why am I?
Oh, with the elbow.
With the elbow.
Yeah,
but it just barely got me to the point where it was like just a little, you know, those little miscalculations when you're in tight. And I was like, oh fuck, and I'm like, Crew Jones, finish it.
Yeah. And then at those points, when I'm cracking pads in fight camp, like I'm not even.
You're winging them.
I'm not even counting 1, 2, 3. Kick, body kick, knee.
Well, there's no time for that.
I'm flowing and I'm going. And that's one of the training techniques and I picked up in Thailand too, is, you know, you don't gotta call, just, you know, have the pads ready.
Well, and that's what I was trying to do. You just close the distance a little bit further than I was hoping for.
And I was
you got over top. It's fine. This is that I'm going hard. Darren used to do the same shit. He's like, pop, 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 pop. Oh, fuck. I've been hit before. This ain't the first time. If anything, this helps.
My coach always tells everybody that holds pads for me, don't move the pads. You have the pads up. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna hit it. And I always saw like these little transitions that and you're alive. You can't even see it.
Yeah.
But you put the pad there. Don't fucking move it, cause I'm gonna kick you.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
I'm doing my own thing. Don't worry about me.
I'll get there. Just keep it there.
But you know, to your, you know, who you work with, you got Stanley, who is a fucking phenomenal.
Kill me every time.
Phenomenal pad holder, and then you go with him, and then you go drilling with.
Lower level pad holders.
Yeah. You have to.
I adjust within how much or how hard I'm hitting, but still with that aspect, I let him know, you want me to kick something? Don't look at my legs. Yeah. Because I'm going to do some shit that's going to fuck you up. You're gonna think I'm kicking you here, but it's coming. Don't move the pads.
Yeah.
And don't look at my legs.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
So this is what I'll say. Like, as you get to a high level like that, you start to see more and more people work with 1 or 2 pad holders. Not necessarily like all pad. I'm not saying that you are going to box yourself into that, but like how you work with Crew Jones and me. You know what I mean? Like, who else is there really? At our gym, I mean. Nobody?
Yeah, one more. I love working with him.
Travis?
I
do it. Because I've seen you pull Travis so many times.
I like Travis!
Travis is a bit shorter. And
Travis is like 5 foot tall. Sorry.
He's not.
Sorry, Travis.
I'm teasing about not coming in lately.
But I will put Travis
standing
on the ring.
I've seen
and
it.
And then he's hold the pads while with the ring is maybe like half of
Travis is a high level pad holder.
And so he'll hold for me while I am transitioning laterally when he's standing on the ring.
Yeah.
So he can hold at my level.
Well, what I want to say this about pad holding is, and the distancing and stuff like that. Like, as a pad holder, I talked about this on Thursday. We'll be right here, and then guys will come in and then shortchange their punch, and it pushes my arm back. And so what I was trying to tell them is distance management starts first. You should be at the end of your punch, touching the pads, not collapsing in on me as a pad holder necessarily. Your job as the striker is to maintain the distance, and that was what I was trying to tell to that newer group, the Cam, the Kaz, the Logans.
And that's an education on both sides. But realistically on both sides. Competitors know your lengths. Know your the ends of your techniques. Pad holders, you should be operating as coaches almost, to where
as long as you're not drilling. Right.
But
we already discussed that.
In understanding, all right, my striker is that far. I need to have the pad here to get them at the end. Yeah. Or I need to take a step back, so they have enough space. If they're jumping at me, I can come in a little bit closer. But I don't want to smash. I don't want to punch the puncher.
Exactly.
I want to absorb.
And that's called moving and getting hit. You go way too early and that punch comes off. Oh, man. That's your fault.
I totally have been kicked in the face. I've totally been punched in the face. And I've been kicked in the nuts. You're like, how did you kick me in the nuts if I'm holding a body kick? I don't know, but you're going to pay for that.
I understand if you're new to sparring and you're spazzy and you're a little bit freakish or whatever. When you're doing drills, this is the time to express composure. What is the drill? I'm not going to be mad if you're doing the drill slow. Yeah. Especially if you're articulating your technique. If you're kicking the pads and making sure your partner's safe.
But now I want to be Mike Tyson. I want to be Mike Tyson.
That's what I always say that. I got a Roy Jones clip that I always refer to. I know you've seen it. Protect somebody's like, people see this shit. They want to go fight. They want to go hit the bag. They want to hit pads. And then like, when you come in, I'm like, nope. What's the first thing I do? You're marching for a round. You're throwing your jab for a round.
Get in that mirror. Get in front of that mirror.
You're fucking learning. You're going to know what you're doing before you throw it on any pads, on any opponent, or hopefully on the bag. And then you see the guys that go to the bag and they don't know how to do it, flicking themselves at it. It's like, what are you doing? There's no structure. Just throwing yourself out the bag.
What are you doing?
What I'm saying is like, anybody can throw their limbs at a bag or at a person. Yeah. It takes composure to develop that technique.
I mean, it's like within my jiu-jitsu and judo class, right? When you come in first, I'm grabbing the dummy. I'm placing the dummy down. I'm going to show you how to transition. Yep. But we're going to stick on one side first. I'm going to break down each step. You're going to do those first 2 steps. I'm going to come back and ask you what I said.
Oh, Adam would hate your class.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Get out, but
sit there. And you already know I'm gonna be sending him these clips. He talking shit.
They have to learn how to get all the way. Because if you can't move around somebody that's down the ground, how do you expect to move around when they're moving? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden you start spazzing out and then elbow. No, we're not gonna have that now. Nope. Yeah. What are you doing? What did I say? And then after that, it's like I always tell them, slow is fast.
Yep.
Like, you go fast, you can't do it slow, you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
So if you go fast with me, I'm gonna toss you up and down this cage.
Oh, hey.
You know?
Yeah,
And I'm gonna go slow too. Just like,
Be as gentle as possible.
it's still gonna hurt though.
But yeah, man, like the fucking hate beginners. No, I don't hate them. I love them. Love our beginners, but it's, and you know how it is. It's always like at least like 70-30.
Some people like a blank canvas, and some people like a canvas with colors already on it. You know.
I just want to clarify. I don't hate beginners or our beginners. I want to clarify that before I let Juan go off on this. Just hold your thought, please. I just want to say, I don't hate it. I need you guys to get out of your heads and get into our heads. Get into our headspace. Let us coach. Let yourself be the student.
I be talking shit. Like if they're not doing, not necessarily talking shit, but they're not doing something correctly, I let them know straightforward. You're shitty. But we're gonna learn. We're gonna build up. You're fucking up, but
we're gonna get you right.
We're gonna get you right.
I might not even say that. I was like, yuck, yuck. I said, if I don't say yuck at least 10 times in my class, I feel like I did something.
Here's the other thing: is he does the when you get it right, do the sound, do the excited one. Do it. That's him. Oh, bro. You're going to hear that 3 to 10 times every class.
It took you long enough.
Yeah.
Hey, about time.
But no, I mean, like, and that's like, you're not just, so I like that because it says you're reinforcing the positive side.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're excited.
I'm watching.
Right. I mean, how can you not be excited if you're a coach and then you see what you taught them is actually working? And
I get pumped up in a totally different way. Yeah. But yeah.
Like now your light bulb went on. What happened? But
And a lot of times I go, it ain't good.
Yep.
But it's better.
I'd be like,
but it's better.
Baby steps.
You know me, I'm a little calm. Like, all right, everybody bring it in. I'm like, that's pretty terrible.
Huddle.
Let's get back to it. Like, these are the finer points. I'm seeing a lot of you guys just doing this. Or whatever. You see, like, I'll make fucking stupid demonstrations. But if I see like 3 groups in my class not doing it right, I'm probably going to pause it at the end of the round, or even just call it right then. Bring everybody in and touch on those points. Yeah. Because if I can see at 3 people, that's enough in the class that's going to spread.
Sometimes, and this is a good thing about having different structure to your classes, is that sometimes I'll go and I'm like, yo, I have a fucking masterpiece of a class in my head. It's going to be great. And I get there, and they have got the first section down after 40 minutes. And I'm like, okay, we are not moving past this, guys.
Have you guys ever tried to teach?
Trust me, you hear what I always tell people, the same shit. That's how I tell the class too, because I'll be like, yo, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. And then we'll hit just the first portion. And they'll be like, okay, we didn't move past that first portion, so we'll be adding that in. And then on Thursday, I'm like, all right, we're doing that again. And I'll probably get to the second.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to teach one of the simplest things, because some of the days I'm just like, I can't try something complicated because you guys are not ready. But I try to teach the simplest shit, and we're an hour and a half in. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
It turns out to be difficult just because of the intricacies that are there, right? But then
and you don't realize how deep.
No, because
the understanding is.
It's just muscle memory at that point. So you're looking at it like,
you, coach.
What are you not understanding? What is going on? Can you tell me why is that working?
I love it when people are like, you make that look way too easy. Like, just calm, like, that you made that look way too easy. I can't do it. Even just doing like the sit-ups, like the Northwest abs that we do. People, like, when I was out of shape, I'm sitting there just banging out these ab workouts, and they're like, oh, big fat dude, you know, like doing fucking sit-ups. I'm like, that's probably easy. And they get down, they can barely do it. I'm like, I have muscle memory, and I know I've been doing this for a long time. Whether or not I'm eating a lot is a different story.
I I mean, everyone's got those excuses. He's just this, so that's why he's doing it. He's just no, it's the reps.
Yeah.
I've done this 20,000 times.
I got years on the time.
Exactly. And that's what I always say. The layovers where I was not in the gym, and specifically like when I was working, that blue bag was my staple. So it wasn't like I wasn't training. So Taylor used to get so mad. Taylor Stuntman Swollen. Get so mad because I'd come in like once every 2-3 weeks when I'd have the right day off. I'm like, all right. And he'd be like, how the fuck are you still good or getting better? He'd get like mad. I'm like,
yeah.
He was like,
maybe
you're even out of shape.
and you got sometimes people are just naturally gifted.
I wasn't.
You know,
I just worked a lot.
Yeah.
I worked really, really hard
I
at
think
it.
you got some gifts. You got some gifts for
Thank
sure.
you. You definitely do.
You got some
Appreciate
gifts. But Swollen, he did not want to act to acknowledge his gifts, and so he would get stuck at a wall.
True. He would kind of hold himself back mentally, yeah.
And he gets stuck at the wall, but see other people progressing and not see his own progression.
Bro, remember his front kicks?
Yeah.
They're the ones like
Fierce.
come like a kangaroo. He
Yeah.
will kick your spine out.
But he's like one of my favorite people.
Mine too.
My
The
favorite
whole
people
time at the gym.
to hold pass for. And even when I did my crew testing,
I remember that.
I said, hey, I
Southpaw
want Swollen.
I've got specific
And I'll make him
combos
die.
for that guy. I got specific combos for him.
Yeah.
What was it? The 6-3-2.
Because everything
inside or
is
outside
crisp and clean. You know, he's a older guy, but
Older skater dude.
he's a plumber, journeyman. So his
Commercial.
he's probably beyond journeyman now, but his
He's like
body
foreman.
is just stiff, and so when he's throwing stuff, everything is hard and crisp, and I'm like, yo, this is beautiful Muay Thai.
And he was getting
Yeah.
when you held pads for him that day, because I got my red Peugeot, my red promotion at that day. And he got, I want to say he also got red, or he got the next level, like brown. I can't remember if it was brown,
It's red,
brown or blue.
I think it would be red, yellow. I mean, red, white.
No, him.
Oh, underneath,
Yeah, underneath. Because I'm already red, white.
blue.
Right. I just didn't remember, because brown was, it's brown, but I don't think brown was introduced at the time.
Right.
How many
right,
colors y'all got?
Six.
Yeah.
There's 6 levels. There was 5, but I believe Legacy in Jiu-Jitsu out in Richland, crew Brendan. I think they implemented the brown Peugeot color because their testing format that we were looking at is designed.
Added more.
Yeah, just one more level.
Yeah.
It was just a sister school over in Tri-Cities.
Okay.
Where I don't go anymore if I can avoid it. I'm getting some shit
There's
over
a story
there.
behind that one.
Oh yeah, I've been some shit over there. Well, I got some friends that are like from over there, and they're like, everybody knows everybody over here. You get in some shit, they're gonna be like, it's the people that we don't know in this kind of car, and it's a long drive back, or they're gonna know who you are
At
with, and
4
they're
hours.
gonna come asking. Yeah.
4 hours.
So it's like, I almost got on some. I'm not gonna get into what, but because last time I talked about it, I ended up being somebody that knows somebody. There was also like they all do really know each other over there. It's like, shit.
That's why I make those drive by myself.
No, this was after some fights. This is also,
Competitions.
yeah, it was at the, I'm saying too much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Pass that away.
this is a long time ago. Let's just say that.
I mean,
But,
even within the fights and everything, I honestly like to just be by myself. Like when I get there, I cut weight, I go to the hotel room by myself. I drive up there, it's just the energy aspect of it and what's in my mind. And sometimes people, they don't
throwing you
mean,
off.
yeah, they don't mean to in some way, but it just like,
it draws from that energy.
yeah, it's like this leave me the fuck alone.
I like.
I know how to cut weight.
do it.
I can do it. I know.
Oh, you want some water?
I want.
Why
I
would
throw
you
this water at you.
Don't talk to me. Yeah. No. That's why. I mean, Bullet Shevchenko. Valentina Shevchenko, she talks about her one of her coaches, Richie Van Houten, whatever. He was talking about, he's like, she don't even speak to nobody when she's cutting weight, and she's like just because it draws from that energy, it's like not wasting any energy. But I like what he says in this clip. He's just like, this dude comes in, he's like, I'm tired doing this, and she's like, do you know him? He's like, no. She's like, why the fuck would anybody you don't know tell you you're tired? You know what I mean? Like that strong mental focus. Like, so enough people come in and you don't get to sit there and focus on how you're strong. It's like I'm spending all my mental energy entertaining the people around me that wish me best.
Yeah, and that are
but
gonna
they don't
pump
understand what's best.
it up. Right, yeah.
And that's like one of the hardest aspects I feel, especially with people that are like rising up and learning. They just want everybody around them. But I don't know why, but like,
Wants to be a cool party.
They want that
cool
pat on
kids.
the back. But they say, well,
That pat on the back ain't gonna help you win.
We'll see when you lose.
Who's gonna pat you on the back?
Shit, when you in that fucking closet crying your ass out.
Exactly.
Don't look on
And
social
that's,
media.
again, back to the beginners.
Yeah.
Usually find themselves in that, like the little clique of the younger kids like we've got right now. It's like, oh, you're having a good time now. You're having fun. You're getting that little pat on the back from your buddies. Wait till you're in that fucking dark place and you don't want to fucking overcome it.
Yeah.
You're in a hard spot. Nobody's there. And your little crowd that are your buddies, maybe one of them's not fighting anymore. The other one's got a job. One of them moved away. You know what I mean? Like your clique disassembles. And you're left there by yourself.
And you
in that
still got
mental
5
space.
pounds to cut.
But that's what I mean. It's like the mission ain't done regardless.
The
of
last pound ain't coming off.
Oh, man, coach.
Well, and that
Coach.
mental strength to find yourself in the ring or in the cage and in that tired zone where, like, yeah, there's still other voices. But other voices don't matter when you're in there. I mean, maybe you're a coach, but that's about it. Like, your strength, your mental strength, that's where that shit comes out. And if you haven't developed that during the weight cuts, during the hard times, during the 5 a.m. runs in the rain, if you haven't developed that shit, how are you going to know what you're going to be in there? Like, even then, you're still testing yourself. That's why, like, the fight is the test and the reward.
That's one of the, I don't do too much social media, but one of my favorite things to do on social media is, you know, do my story runs. And my last fight, I was doing runs, and I said, look, I'm cutting weight. Anybody want to come run with me? And people were just coming out of nowhere. And I was like, all right, this is like, you know, social media content I feel good about doing. And I was having people I didn't even know were good runners come run with me. Now, granted, they
run
wasn't.
with you. I hate running, but
I
we'll do
know.
16 miles. Let's do it.
See, that's shit I'm talking about. I ain't trying to do no damn 16 miles.
I'm saying, like, if you do 16 miles, we gotta talk about your fucking running.
I did a 19-mile ruck for the Army's Norwegian test.
That's different from fight camp where we need
is.
you to have top level energy in the ring.
It is, but it was something that I used to contribute to fight training.
It all does,
right? And so,
I'm just saying, like, when you're cutting weight, you're not gonna do all that.
It's not a hike. It's more of a jog up a mountain.
Nah.
Good for you.
Wait a second.
Mentally.
He just touched on something. I always say, you can't sprint up the mountain. You're gonna get halfway and quit. You gotta jog up the mountain. So go jogging up the mountain with this guy.
I don't care as long as you make it to the top.
We'll make it to the top.
Yeah, you gotta crawl.
There's no way we're going halfway and not making it to the top.
You gotta go.
We drove all the way over there. We gonna make it up there.
As long as we keep our keys in our pocket.
Hey, it'll be an adventure. Come on now.
You guys are killing me.
As
It's
long as
like,
we keep our keys.
who's got the ring? Throw that shit in the fucking volcano.
Oh man.
Nah, it's fun though. Like, I like to go out there because it's just completely refreshing. It takes
I do.
everything out.
I do use hiking to incorporate like different style, like muscle conditioning for my body and my mind. So
It's kind of like a weird cleanse, yeah.
Yeah, hiking is something that I do. I just don't do it often.
Well, it's hard when we're smack dab in the middle of Tacoma.
Right.
I mean, it's not impossible, but you're driving 30 minutes anywhere. So there's a minimum. And I like to go out towards the mountain because there's a good few set of tracks and trails that you can run out there.
Yeah.
And actually run on.
Tiger Mountain has
Packwood Forest, the UW spot out on the way out to Mount Rainier on Highway 7. It's the big wood open entrance. They got they have like actual gravel roads and stuff. You can jog on them. And that's down to the falls. But right up here, it's like 82nd and it's like the Pipeline Road or what, Vickery. something, you can go and get good trail running, and it's the pipeline that runs all the way out to Puyallup. And so I'll go out there sometimes and kind of get like, I'm close enough to not have to go too far out of my day, but it's secluded enough and like it's completely shrouded by trees and that kind of stuff.
I usually do for locally. I usually do Chambers Creek. They got some trails over there that I do
from down and
from Kobayashi all the way down to Chambers Creek. Or I will do Point Defiance. And so they got 5 mile drive with a bunch of trails, but also the dog park has trails that go all the way down to Owens Beach.
Yep.
And so
I have lost. I can't run no more. I ran so much like out locally, or even like slight trails. Like I've ran myself out. I have to go out into the woods and just jog up a trail. That is the only way that I would go.
I hit the street. I'm urban style.
Man,
I hit the street. I'm like, all right, clock it.
You talking about 4 a.m. in the rain? Hell no, I'm sleeping. But
it takes 4 a.m. for you to drive to the mountain.
No, it don't. It's about 30 minutes. I go right after church.
Okay.
But
I'm the same as you always say. The back streets are like track meets.
Yeah. But I can't do laps.
But me neither. That's too boring. But at least
unless I'm doing sprints, I can't.
But the straights, jog the corners.
I like what he says though, because whatever it takes to get you entertained, to get you to do the work. Because
as long as he's doing the work.
Fuck out of me. If I'm running sprints, I like the track, but not as much as I used to because the give on the track. But I don't like running sprints on the pavement. So what I like doing is I don't go to a specific gym, but I'll find a treadmill and do those as like kind of like hamster wheel sprints to where it kind of keeps me moving, but I get myself really going.
My last resort is a damn treadmill.
But the street sprints that I like to do, and you already know this, is uphill, but my favorite mimic sprints is stairs.
Chambers. No, not Chambers. The stadium stairs.
Baby.
Oh, I did that with Taki.
Yeah.
That's the same place I was talking.
It's the same place.
He brought me up there all the way from Bellevue.
Taki was one of my day ones. Taki would not go there for the longest unless so when I first started, Crew Jones got me to go there, and there's a bunch of other random people. Taki wouldn't come out. It's raining. He's Tongan. He's not coming out. Motherfucker works out hard as fuck to reggae. He ain't coming out in the rain to run that shit.
Yeah.
He would when he's in fight camp and like kind of had to.
Right.
But then he'd start coming out like as spring would come, and then he'd be like, we do it. He would smoke them, still really good shape. And then we come down to the field and we do like 550
kick drills.
Well, that was at the end. 550 yards. So the sprint would go we'd go down to the 50, back, down to the 100, back, do 5 sets of those, do 100 kicks each side.
Football field suicides,
essentially. But, after running stairs, after doing the rounds on stairs, then doing kicks after that, and then we would do like 150 sit-ups with the kick pushes, and then we go spar at Eddie Blackburn's house.
And then you spar.
And so
sounds like fun.
No, it was the most hated day for me. I never told Crew Jones this, and I told this plenty of times right now, but when I was always fighting, I would never tell him out. I'm like, I fucking hate this. Like, what, you gonna go make me kill myself and go spar the hardest sparring rounds of the week and get my fucking brains crashed. And this is the first 6 months, so I'm taking a lot of damage and the beginner level damage. Sparring pros, sparring guys I maybe shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But what happened? I got good quick.
Yeah.
So dedicated.
Super fast.
I've just always been honest. I hate some shit. I hate this shit, but I do it.
That's how I feel. I don't like running stairs because my knees don't like.
That's why I give you shit. I'm like, you don't run stairs. You lunge stairs. You're like,
I know.
I like when you do them halfway sideways. I'm doing so much shit.
Yeah, my knees. They don't
Me and
like
Crew
it.
Jones would be like, what is he doing?
What is he doing?
Yeah, that's why I used to tease him and be like, he show up right as we're getting ready to leave, like waiting for him. He'd be like,
oh no.
See, Stanley used to have, he still has all these workouts and stuff for us to do during fight camp. And I don't like the row machine and I don't like the bike. So I went
That
online.
bike right there.
I like
fan
both.
bike.
I went online and I wrote a whole entire list of other workouts that are way better than that bike. I brought it to him. I presented. Yeah, I can do this.
And he said, I don't care.
Nah, he said okay.
Do it right now.
You're gonna do all this.
No. I'm just doing a replacement.
That's cool. We can do all that.
But then again, it comes down to understand my body, because I know with the row machine, it affects my back. With the bike, it affects me some other way.
And that's what stairs does to my knees.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like you gotta
Understanding
know.
your body style, understanding who you are as a fighter, because I got the lower back too. The first couple times I do stairs, my lower back's killing me.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But like my right ankle, I may or may not have a ligament left. So doing a bunch of jump rope, like right off the bat, kills it. But she separated my shoulder in high school. That's why the same shoulder same shoulder I just did that to.
I be stopping, but some shit hurts to that point. Like, I'm done.
Let me take a break.
I'll go do something else.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
but
push
the
me to
thing
injury.
The thing is, you're trusted.
Yeah.
You're trusted in your judgment of your body.
You're not a beginner.
And you're also proven.
That's what I mean.
There's like if you say,
I'm gonna get my workout.
yeah,
Probably not this
Basically,
way.
You're proven.
if I was in Stanley's position where you came and presented that, I would just be like, I'm gonna trust you until you prove to me it don't work, and then we're going back with what I do. Like, same
As
with
long as
Darren.
you got your cardio.
Same as Darren. It's like Darren can't. I'm like, that's not how I would like beginner day one make a fighter. Like the way he does his own thing. If he does it so well, I'm not gonna tell him not to do it. Like you, bro. Like I'm gonna accommodate. I'm gonna adjust as a coach so you can do even better.
And that's the showing of a good gym itself, right? The individuals there that have
Flexibility.
many, because it's a pie. There's different pieces to the pie. You're not the one soul that has the greatest idea, and if you think that you are, you're just a shitty fighter or a coach. Or
you're not gonna make
your
it.
mind's not expanded.
Yep.
And I mean, that's why I like 10 kicks or with Stanley or coming over to you guys, because it's like I learned so much. My mind is open, and also I give back, and your guys' mind is open. So then internally, we all gain something.
Yes, very respectable.
Building community.
Yeah.
And I know Stanley's all about building community. Which shout out, should be having Stanley, Loren, hopefully.
Oh, that's gonna be exciting.
10 Kicks Seattle gym out for one of the podcasts. Hopefully next
Dang.
Sunday. Got a lot of other people asking to get on.
Excited to be on.
I'm glad
I like listening. I'm about to. My plan was today. My plan today was listening to Giovanni's podcast.
Instead, you were a guest on this. When you told, because on Thursday when I was like, Thursday, I was like, Gio was just on, or JoJo.
I said, oh, what?
And you were like, I need to get back on there. And then we had to postpone the rest of the 10 Kicks coming down. And as soon as he got here, I was like, man, I was just about to post a flyer. But I was like, I thought about getting Juan on. He was like, call him right now. So I was like,
What is he doing?
so I was like, he might not be busy.
Oh, we gonna find out though.
Hey, I was surprised when I was like, Zach, why is Zach calling me?
It's a podcast right now.
But he answered. Hell yeah.
If you hadn't said that on Tuesday, I might not have had that thought process. So anybody that's listening, feel free to reach out. I reach out to people sometimes too. I talked to like Nick from Karma Synergy, whatever. He's got a lot of people under him. Like, let your people know, like the ones that are legitimate. Let them know to get on the show. There's a bunch of people who want to get on.
Yeah, all the
Martin.
way. Yeah, I can't.
Julian Martin.
I would love to see Julian and Rob, both of them up.
Yeah,
on
I
here.
talked to Julian, and he even said Rob, but Julian said he's a little hesitant, but we just gotta keep poking at him.
Hey, Julian, he's got bars.
I'm saying,
Julian, you've got bars.
not everybody wants to be on camera, but we just gotta get him in like environment
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
Come on, Julian.
That's one of my day one guys. He's
one
a
of
dog.
my favorites.
I tell him,
Yep.
oh, if you're a dog, I probably fuck with you.
This is like my second fight, I think, and he's on the fucking poster too. So absolute chaos. So I'm just saying.
Oh, with Jared too.
Jared, yep, Brandon.
Hey, those some
So
day
shout outs
ones.
to them. Let's fucking shoot more podcasts.
Hell yeah.
Like, I just like having you guys on.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you hit me up. And that I was able to make it down.
Same, yeah.
Shouts out to Nasona.
Yeah.
I just want to give you shit for those ribs.
Don't worry.
I'm excited for the next fight camp though. It's always my pleasure that you come down because it's awesome. Like you pushed me so hard.
And
you tries to kill me, but I love every single step of the way.
That's the standard.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I'm not learning, you're not learning. If I'm not challenging you, you're not challenging me. And I know last time we came there, when I brought the whole team up, they all are like, yo, this is like the answer to, we're getting a lot of answers to our technique that we don't normally get with each other.
You start to know each other too well.
Right. And you guys just have a good spirit and energy about your place where, like you said, if I come and I'm sharing knowledge with you, you are open to receive. Yeah. And they'll come and they build up that camaraderie and that teamwork. And then now when we're out in the space, I know people, and when I go out and I go to an event, people know me. And so it's hella love and show. I want that same energy from my students. That's why I wear hats. I'm like, I'll put my hat down, but people still recognize me.
When I wear the hats, because the man bun is like instantly like, oh, Zach. So I'll be like, I'm not gonna say their name, but like, they're like, oh, I'm not sure who this is. I'm like, the guy with the man bun, talking about from our gym. They're like, oh, yep, I know, yep,
got him.
Yeah. And that's why I say, like, my mom teases the fuck out of me because she'd be like, me and Greg always see people with a man bun. We kind of joke around and be like, somebody can joke around with me, I'll whoop their ass in a pair of Crocs. But no, I mean, not actually, but I could, I think.
He gonna take his Crocs off and
you put your mind to.
That's fucking mom style. Whoop somebody's ass with the Crocs.
Oh man, punishment.
So let's get some shout outs. Start with you, Johnson.
Just want to give some shout outs to Stanley and Loren, but sadly you guys didn't show up today. Other than that,
Loren's work teaching a
women's self-defense that we have every first Sunday of the month. So you guys should definitely come down, all your women out there that would love to meet other women as well and just learn how to defend yourselves out in public.
In a safe environment for women.
With a lot of laughter.
It's a threat to women at times.
Yes. It's a very safe and enjoyable environment where you get to learn and also have fun learning. But on top of that, on Saturdays and Mondays, come take my judo and jiu-jitsu class if you guys want to learn some ninja moves on Saturday at 9:30 to 11.
Ninja moves?
I got ninja moves. I got a whole bunch. But if you're a beginner, just like we were talking about, I'm going to put your ass in the bag. But on top of that, Mondays to 5 and 6, come on now. It's going to be a great time.
Awesome. Hey, come visit us at Vital. Tuesdays, I'm leading Tuesdays and Thursdays. Coach Zach is leading fundamentals on those days, and Saturdays is some light sparring and drills, and I run Friday class. But if you follow us on Instagram, Blau Kapow, that's how
you spell it.
Spell it BLAWKAHPOW.
That is why.
That is why. But I'm usually posting stuff up there, whether it's different fitness techniques or just different ways to incorporate, a unorthodox way to train some movement and techniques. I like posting stuff like that. Or if we have a sparring party or an event,
you always like to make little posts about us operating in our space as well.
Yeah,
little stuff. So
to see how we're moving, how we're working. So
and that we're out there.
It's interesting. Come on down, visit us, and have some fun.
I got one more thing to add.
Yes.
So you gotta jump on my Instagram. It's JNBlackLightning. I do have a lot of riddles if you guys are smart or just wanna know that you're not smart enough to answer. So it's called Are You Smarter Than a Fighter?
Did you bring one today?
Oh man, I don't have one.
Come on!
I don't have one. I will post one right when I get home tonight though. And on top of that,
Next show, have one.
Next show, I'll bring a whole bunch. We'll see.
We just need one. Don't make us look too foolish. We just one.
I know I got one right. It was about fat people or something. No, I'm just kidding.
Why
I used to be one.
I'll post one. We'll see if you got it.
All right, I'll try.
On top of that, every Saturdays and Mondays, I do show ninja moves, like I said a second ago. And it's just... Actually, I ain't got no more stuff that I post, but awesome videos of me, which you might like.
All right, bet.
Well, if you don't know me already, I'm Coach Zach, Streets with Muay Thai, Sway City Muay Thai is my brand. Yours is Be More Muay Thai. That's the one you left out, but that's okay. Just one of the coaches there. Teach fundamentals Tuesday, Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. Pretty much present the rest of the time if I'm not coaching my own class. Or either I'm holding pads for fighters or doing the same with Crew Jones, doing the assisting Crew Jones with management duties, assisting Master Salhin's class, sparring or helping coach sparring, or I'm leaving early so I can get go make money so I have more free time to be there.
Yeah.
And Saturdays, try to show up as often as I can to help with the lighter sparring. Make sure it doesn't turn into heavy sparring, which sometimes it does, and that's okay. But lastly, we're going to be doing our testing this coming Saturday. So all of our students show up, show out. Wear your tie shorts, not your gym shorts. What else? And then hopefully next Sunday, get 10 kicks down here, yourself included, sir. Maybe we can put together a little impromptu sparring session or something like that.
Yeah.
If not, we'll set it for a later date.
I'll bring my gear, you know, I'm always down.
Like strapped in these streets.
Yep.
And I suggest if we do that, hopefully it's after the podcast so that we can talk normal and then go get ourselves back.
For sure. We'll plan for something for Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Keep Saturday nice and chill.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I'll make sure to bring a lot more Red Bull.
I mean, you got enough energy.
I'm going to say, I talk a lot as
the Red Bull actually calms me down. I got ADHD times 5,000, so
Red Bull gives me naps.
Right.
So I drink some coffee. I'm like, let's just take a nap, guys.
Take a nap.
Time for a siesta.
I typically mix caffeine and cannabis, so it's my favorite combo. I know you two do not partake, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. Last time I did that, I thought I was gonna die. I forgot how to breathe. I was sitting there just stuck on the bed. I was stuck.
Whoever did that to you set you up.
They gave me the littlest dab ever in the whole entire world.
You cannot take a dab.
Man, I was stuck, bro.
What are you doing?
I want to try marijuana. Give me a dab.
It should be one of those videos. This is why you do not.
This is what you do. Either a pipe, not even a bong, a pipe or a joint or a blunt. That's it.
They dabbed him out for it.
Yeah, that was the setup.
Wow.
So here's what I used to do in high school. I used to have this thing called the iron lung. It's like a gravity bong. So what I used to do is take a 2 liter and then I'd cut the bottom, and a lot of people will put it in the water and let the water smoke the bowl piece. I would take like a plastic bag and slowly pull it through like this so it was dry smoke. Uncap it. I remember I would fucking let people come over on lunch. We'd go fucking skip school.
Yeah.
Go fucking take a hit off the iron lung. They would ask to sleep in my car. I'd go back just like, what's up? I'm ready to go. I remember like my history teacher being like, you're high. I don't like you in my class. I'm like, you're a terrible teacher. You do not inspire me.
Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah, you're gonna have to go. You can't tell me like, your job as a teacher is to inspire me to learn, and I am not. I'm high as fuck.
I can learn if I wanted to.
Yeah, and I like history. I'm not gonna say his name, but if you know Spanaway Lake High School, he's one of the history teachers. But he's also a wrestling coach, and we did one state a couple times or something like that. I wasn't a wrestler. Should have been.
Oh, I wrestled.
In hindsight. Would have helped.
You know.
I like Muay Thai though.
Yeah,
can't help it.
You know, wrestling.
I would have been
What
the
you gotta
fat
say
boy
about
in a
wrestling?
leotard.
What you gotta say?
And a little singlet.
Coming for me. I don't have nothing to say about wrestling.
I mean, I got some. Those singlets, I don't know why they make us wear it.
Bro, that was
like
probably
those
the biggest
singlets.
thing I was afraid of because I was a fat kid and I already got made fun of a bunch. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna go put that on in front of the whole school. But then you get to fight, and I didn't think about that part. You just ground fight. But I didn't, in my brain, it wasn't a fight because we're not swinging.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I know.
Frustrating part. You can slam the shit out of them.
But you
That
can't.
makes up for it a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I probably would have been pretty good at that because I was good at moving people in football. But still, just like, I wanted to slam them.
It's just another. It's just another activity
Yeah, I was
to
too
get
young
people
to
involved
appreciate
in.
it.
Yeah.
And the funniest part about football back then, I was actually afraid of getting hit in football. Like I just didn't want to get hit.
Well,
those fuckers were bigger than me. I was
Right,
like
and this
92
thing,
pounds.
you get hit, and you have to not
He's like
get.
92
You have to
pounds?
not do nothing about
Seventh grade,
it.
I was 92 pounds.
Okay, 7th grade's a little different because in 7th grade I was like 190.
Well,
Bro,
when I
those
graduated,
7th and 8th graders were like,
when I graduated high school, I was 135.
Damn, you were skinny when you first showed up to the gym, kind of. Not
Yeah.
skinny, but like you were coming into the grown man
I've
muscle
always
stage.
been thin.
Well,
and
you're
so-
wiry now.
Yeah.
That's not the right term. You got some definite.
Well, now I'm not. He said, "You ain't thin no more."
Well, you thinner, but you ain't thin like that. Like how I got skinny, you got bigger. But no, you ain't 135 no more. What is it, 170? You walk around
I'm
like
walking-
200,
No
motherfucker.
way.
170.
No.
70.
I am 170.
You used to.
I'm walking like 190.
During COVID, you were 200.
During COVID, I was too.
We gotta be honest right now.
For real.
That's scary.
big. I
No
was
fucking
big.
wonder.
I was
'cause-
in the neck, in the cheeks. I had a beard too, so I was trying to hide it
You
as
had
much
that
as
Nipsey
possible.
Hussle beard. It's
Yeah,
like you
my
don't want to
shit
come
was-
near that. So
I wish I could fucking get my beard back.
I don't. My
Almost.
shit was I call it the "don't talk to me" beard because it's like you don't want to get caught up in that. Plus, it's red, like Viking red.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Man, at least y'all can
You
grow
stay
a
away,
beard. I
like
can grow
this
a beard and
potato
it's like a
chips.
split mile right here. I coming over in the middle of the day.
That's what I do.
The little one right here.
Oh,
No. I never did that. But as
good.
soon as that
Why
starts
would I think
happening,
that?
I just coming back out. Now I just realize it's just not meant to be.
It's all
I
right.
accepted it. I move past
You
it.
got your own style. The cowboy hat keeps
Yeah.
everything chill.
Yeah. I need to
You
get
got the
a new-
mohawk with the bleach.
I love
It
it.
might be time for a new bleach.
Yeah,
It
you
does.
Need to just
You
redo
do.
it.
I'm probably gonna put those layers like the bottom layer's gonna be red and orange. And
What's the guy in the UFC with the pink hair?
O'Malley.
You gonna do the old man?
no, I ain't gonna. No.
You see the look on his face. He's like, no, not happening.
O'Malley Johnson.
You know what you gotta do? Tease Logan about bleaching his hair and call him Logan Paul.
Well, he gotta figure out what to do with his right hand before I give him.
No, but you give some shit.
Yeah.
Be like,
yeah.
bro, yeah. No, I don't trust Logan Paul either. Like, you throw that big haymaker.
But the thing, Logan Paul's got 6 years of professional training.
He's been
experience.
doing his thing. I'm not gonna take anything away from him.
He ain't no bum. You can say.
In the beginning, I would have argued that because
beginning,
and especially
beginning.
the way he was like setting up
now-
specific fights. But yeah,
Now he'll come in your gym
yeah.
and he'll
Well-
clean up some people.
Again, so here's what I always say: is I like people that gain the experience first and then put themselves out there
Yeah.
as their image second, or even same time. Don't be like, I got this image without the experience. And I feel like he kind of
Don't get
did
put in
that.
No, he definitely did that.
But what I'm saying is, he backtracked on the back end to get better when he didn't necessarily have to. He could have kept playing his fucking cards the way he was,
I mean,
and not gotten much better, and then just step back and be like, "Oh, I dropped UFC guys that don't know how to strike."
oh
or
yeah.
stuff like
So
that,
you're saying
ass-training type
you're
shit.
liking his evolution?
I like the legitimacy behind his training. I want to see him fight high level competitors that are like
Yeah.
right there, same skill. I want to see the heart. I want to see a heart fight. That's
You
what I
see
want to
him
see.
struggle.
I want to
or
see him
be
struggle
challenged.
and the character come out on top of that.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see him lose.
He too
I wanna
old.
see him
He
knock
too
out.
old for that.
And that's where it's
he
hard
too-
because
he
you
too old for
created
that.
your image before you
Yeah.
tested your character and your heart.
But
How
the-
old is he?
This thing, no, it don't matter. He's too old to be trying to test his heart out on something.
Especially
Oh,
like against
that's
the
what
top
you meant.
tier
You know,
guys in the world.
Like I think he's like pushing 30 maybe.
I mean, this goes to one question. Do you think that somebody can learn how to be, like, have a heart as a fighter, or they have to be born with it to be a fighter to the point of where you can...
Your heart potential is established in a torpedo at young age. And then as you get older, that heart potential decreases, right? So when you're young and you're trying to practice a backflip, right? You're like, oh, easy. First try, you may fall and bust your butt. But if you try again, at that point, in a couple of tries, you're gonna hit that backflip for sure. Mm-hmm. But as an adult, you try to hit a backflip.
You try to learn a backflip
as an adult. You fucking and you eat it. That heart to get back up and try again is much harder.
It just depends who was looking at the time.
So that's actually kind of what
by myself. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Well, so I like this question. I actually really do. So I have a couple of things. I like your comparison. I would compare it to competition. Like looking at the young age of not necessarily like a backflip, like how you said, like somebody's watching or giving you a level of incentive. Yeah. Like, oh, the pretty girl or whatever is watching. Right. Like, oh, I'm going to fucking get this till I get it. Yeah. Versus being like something that you have in you and you didn't know you had in you, especially when faced with that adversity. Now, here's my second point is I've been seeing, you know how I'm about science. The science got to come after the work, not before. Yeah. Right? So there's been a lot of things that are coming out. They're saying like how you can rewire your brain sort of through the adversity and through facing the adversity and telling yourself that I overcome it the way that I did when I was first coming into the gym space. And I'm like, I always talk about like I was doing the morning workout with Crew Jones and Taki, and I was so exhausted pushing the sled and I wanted to quit, and I stopped for a second and like I thought about that. We talked about this. It was like on the menu, like is an option. Mm-hmm. And then I thought about the end result of quitting, going back, having them grab the weight for me. Oh, this guy just quit in the middle of a workout. Decided I wasn't going to be that. And so every time I would come up to a tough time in training, I would think about that moment and I'd be like, you can't count the cost anymore. So I would tell myself to have that heart every fucking time. But to your point, for the young age, when people would test me in the neighborhood, my dad would be like, I would be standing upstairs and just all of a sudden you'd start whooping on somebody. Like you just start swinging. Somebody push you. You have this like, nope, I'm not I'm not taking it. So I think it is kind of born with you, but you have to find the reasons to bring it out. Yeah.
I think everybody has a potential. Everybody has a potential. And as you're moving through in your young age, that potential and capacity, it is stronger for growth in your youth. When you're an adult, it's just because you have so many avenues of quitting, right, of hanging up, that growth potential is smaller.
You think that would be because the examples of quitting and the examples of where you could focus your energy is so much broader than when you're a kid?
And you
can choose your path,
share it out.
Yeah, and you can lie to yourself better.
You can use avoidance.
Exactly.
You're practiced in your avoidance. You're practiced in your neglect.
That's a good,
and so it's just easier and to quit.
It is. And it's easier to get distracted and focus on something else that you like, focus on your strengths.
And be comfortable. But now, there are adults who come into a experience and it changes them, right? The military uses a lot, basic training. There's a shock method, right?
That's what they call the trauma, the trauma growth,
Yeah.
Right? I wonder what the trauma is that's different from everyone.
When immigrants move to America,
there's a shock,
there's a shock and they change. Yeah. So much to the point when they go back to their home country, they are different to their own culture. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not saying that it can't be done. It just takes a either more extreme experience or kind of like a more critical conviction.
And I think you kind of, I don't want to say give up on yourself easier, but you can talk yourself out of things when you have a stronger thought process as you do develop as an adult.
But even when you have a stronger thought process, wouldn't you say that it's just dependent on who's around you? Because
that's a factor
that's the
for
biggest
sure.
aspect.
That's what I always say in the top 5.
Yeah, I feel like if you're with those individuals and you have that much respect for them and you know they're gonna call you out on your bullshit, you're not gonna give up. When you bypass that point of like I want to give up, that builds up